Last we left off, as this still yet unnamed group had traveled their way from town to town and from dimension to dimension, taking on various jobs but never yet completing them. Eventually, they found themselves within the town of Varkus's Ridge, heading towards Bora's Monastery. On the way there, or at Varkus's Ridge, after a lot of thievery and contemplative murder that never quite came about, the group made their way up the mountain, aided by one of Bora's monastic companions, who led them up and eventually broke off from the group. While traveling through the path further, the group met another monk from the monastery who they spoke to for a little while, and Bora and Henna followed them. Draenir was revealed by Orun to have not been part of the group still, seemed to have disappeared, and Enoch still missing. Eventually, Bora and Henna found the person to be making a false claim about who they were. Along with Draenir and Enoch's surprise arrival, the group fought until they could no longer. Unfortunately, not succeeding in the way that they normally do. They ended up falling. Enoch a little more literally. And that's where we'll pick up. Back with Orun and Leah and the many companions that they have around them.
I assume, like, with the knife shit with Gaston and Jimmy? Is that Jimmy? So I guess she's gonna turn to Orun and be like, "Hey, have you seen them come back? Do you see them?"
Yeah, by now it's been about an hour or so since they left, and no response, and you're just sort of still there with Sir Dilf, the two Kenkus who were accompanying Draenir, and young Jimmy.
He's gonna glance up the path and shake his head. Not for what? I haven't heard anything, seen anything. I think that they're okay.
Is it just me, or does Samus sound a little low?
I hear him perfectly fine.
Okay.
I heard him fine,
Is that
but
better?
he sounds kind of subdued.
Yeah, it's better.
I mean, I did audio earlier.
Alright. Yeah, continue.
I try and keep my mic away from my mouth so I don't breathe into it.
No, inhale the mic. Do it.
Anyway.
Help him out.
Like the mic.
Yeah. So what did you say?
He was just saying he hadn't seen or heard anything, and does she think they're okay?
Oh, she's gonna be like, well, I don't really see how they wouldn't be. Like, there was two of them, and since Draenir's not here, I assume he's somewhere. So I don't really see how they couldn't not be okay.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean,
Just keep waiting. Didn't exactly say how far along the path it was still to go anyway, so
I remember it was kind of like,
we just
Rune said they weren't far off, but that
they were about
before-
half an hour up the road when
yeah. Okay, well, Leah's gonna just be like, do you want to go check on them? I mean,
like Boro probably would have told you that around like the monastery is maybe an hour away from this point, so you assume unless they're having a very very long conversation that they should be back or around now or soon.
okay, then yeah, I'm gonna be like, we should probably go check on them because I'm getting a bad vibe.
He'll nod and start grabbing whatever things he set down and turn to the rest of the group and just, all right, let's go see if anything happened.
Okay. So the rest of the
The
NPC
group of
companions,
just NPC.
everyone else follows you, just sort of nodding to themselves, and they follow you up the road. Also, one of you guys can roll me investigation check with advantage.
I can do it. I have a +5. Why are there so many numbers? Oh my god.
Damn, that rolling condition was-
There's so many numbers. It's a 20 and a 15.
Okay. So, with that being the
Oh
case,
god, what? You're not kidding. The fuck? Oh, that was...
Hmm.
Oh,
smart.
that was confusing.
Ha! I am on the wrong. I just realized I'm on the wrong Roll20 server.
Really?
Wow.
Because I was on the exact same thing, but I was like, why is the thing not showing up? Like, here's the thing. For the recording, I'm on the right one. For me, on my other laptop that I'm using for the sake of like my laptop not crashing, I wasn't on that, so I was seeing two different things and I was very confused for a minute.
In the words of Timon from The Lion King, it stops.
Whatever, it's fine. But yeah. So what did you get, Lana?
20 and 15.
Okay, natural or dirty?
No, not natural. It was a 15 and a 10, and then I have a +5.
Okay.
Is that rune roboting or is that everyone roboting?
Am I roboting?
I hear you fine.
You.
I think it was me.
Maybe. I hear everybody
I
find
think
out.
yeah, it was just roboting really bad for a second, but
Alright.
it's fine.
So Leah, as you're walking up the road, you're just looking for any signs of anything that may have happened, and eventually after half an hour or so, you notice like a cliff pass that has a stone tunnel, and off to the side through some gaps in the like stone you can actually see the sky, and you see a very cursed image, that of multiple floating statues of goblins dancing, but with Henna's face plastered onto them.
Is this like an Arcana check that I need to do?
Your choice.
Maybe-
I'm not forcing you
Yeah,
to do
maybe
anything
this,
of
maybe this is an Arcana check I should do.
I mean, it's definitely arcane in nature. If you want to try and figure out what this is or what caused it, that's an Arcana check.
Yep, let's do that.
24. This is magic. This is a combination of... Well, this is just straight up transmutation magic, you can tell that.
Was this another 25 DC check?
No, I'm... What do you want me to tell you? Like, you can tell that this is Enoch related.
Oh, I can tell it's Enoch related. Okay,
Like,
then I'm gonna
it's...
turn to Orin.
Here's the thing, it's a bunch of goblin bodies. It's like 4 goblin bodies dancing around each other with Henna's face plastered on it. Like, what do you want me to say?
The Arcana check to tell it was Enoch related.
Yeah. You needed a DC like 5
I don't
Arcana
think
check to
there's
figure
any
out
way
this
for
was
it to
Enoch related.
Not be Enoch.
I'm gonna turn to Orin and be like, Enoch is here. There's something going on.
Yeah,
We
as you're
need to
saying
be
that,
careful.
Orin and
Alright, let's
Leah,
go.
you also notice that near here, you also see what looks to be signs of battle. Leah, you see broken arrows. You see scorch marks. You see what looks to be a bunch of limbs and blood and gore just off to up the path. And a bunch of different streaks of blood. Weirdly enough, Leah, you also notice that there's like small little pockets of arcane energy around, like on this path. Some of them being as small as like 5 feet.
Do I recognize the arcane energy? Like, do I recognize that somebody's been around Enoch as like Enoch's?
No, you
things,
can
or-
you can tell that it's not Enoch's. It felt, being a diviner, you're more aware of magics that are used for obscurement. It feels almost something similar to that. Not necessarily blocking your divine sight completely, like any level of divine sight, but more of a like just pocket of unseeability.
Okay.
With your investigation and arcana check in tandem, Leah, you can tell that there was an ambush from multiple points of where there were multiple individuals with arrows shooting at what looks to be a few people, but one person in particular, or at least one person more so than the others. You can tell that the only real magic used were those small pocket, like small 5-foot pockets that I talked about, as well as a little bit of arcane energy still lingering off of the corpse that's up the path.
Oh, I can see a corpse.
Yeah, you can see a corpse. When I said that you see
Well-
gore and limbs.
Gore and
Yeah.
limbs. Okay, I didn't
You
know
see
you meant
bits and
by
pieces
limbs,
of a
whole
corpse.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you see
okay,
also
so
just
here's
like
what I wanna do.
like a half blown off head.
Fuck. Okay. Do I recognize the head?
No, no, it's not a head you recognize. I will say that it's not hard for any of you guys to realize. It's the head of a drow.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to.
Its
Gaston,
expression.
Jimmy,
I'll
and
say this.
Orin.
I'll say its expression, weirdly enough, looks very deeply hurt, and I don't mean physically, more on an emotional level.
All right. Leah's going to. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna turn to. I don't care about the two birds. I'm gonna turn to Orin, Gaston, and Jimmy, and I'm gonna ask each of them if they know how to become invisible.
Literally in unison of every NPC. No, 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 no.
Cool. Then I'm gonna go tell. Does Orin know how to become invisible?
He only knows damage spells from what I'm aware.
No.
Amazing. Okay. I'm going to tell each of them to stay there. I'm going to cast Identify on one of the pockets of
That's
magic.
the only damage spells.
Okay. Are you casting with the spell slot or ritual casting?
Ritual.
Alright, 11 minutes, starting now.
And I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm not. Can I stealth forward? Like using stealth?
Are you turning yourself invisible? Sorry, you're not. You're
No,
trying to
I'm
stealth
steady.
towards the body?
Yeah.
Sure, roll me a
Wait.
stealth check.
Stealth further ahead just to see what the fuck happened.
Oh, just ahead of the body and like further up the path. Okay, roll me a stealth check.
The 14. Actually, I'm going to use my portent roll for that. I'm going to use my 15 portent roll, so that would be a 17.
Okay. You feel good about you clinging to like the shadows created by like this large stone arch, like tunnel. So you sneak up ahead as much as you can. Getting about, like, how far up ahead do you want to get?
As far ahead as I'm able to like discern the like what happened, like if I come across a body or any more magical stuff or something like that.
So you continue walking straight ahead on the main road, and after about a minute or so of walking, you don't really find any other signs of anything. There doesn't seem to be any tracks. There doesn't seem to be any indication that there was further movement up ahead past the tunnel.
Can I go? So it's only in like a contained area where all the violence was?
Yes, it seems that it was only that tunnel, and it looks like nothing left that tunnel.
Okay, then I'm gonna go back into the tunnel, and then can I go to like the epicenter of where everything is? Is that where the head is, the epicenter? Is that a yes?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
I'll say that as you get to the epicenter, as you're now trying to get a discernment of everything as a whole, instead of just looking at the body, you do notice, actually now a set of bloody footprints and worms.
Can I do a perception check on if I recognize the worms?
The answer to that is no, they're worms. I mean,
Okay.
you recognize one of the worms as Frank, a worm that you met in your childhood.
Wait,
Oh,
are you telling
actually-
me Jimmy isn't there? They got
I-
rid of Jimmy. You need to get revenge now.
I need. Okay. Do the footprints? Okay. So I'm gonna preface this by saying that Leah has watched the party a lot. She sat there and she's watched them sleep. She's watched them alive.
If you're going to ask
Do
about
I
if you can
recognize
discern if
the
these are anybody's footprints, I will let you do a survival check.
Okay. I've watched your feet, so therefore I know. That's a
You
13.
must avenge us, murder hobo Leah.
Avenge us. 13. You look at it and you think you recognize it. I mean, you're pretty sure it's one of your party members. It can't be Drangnir. I mean, it could be Enoch, depending on what form he takes. And the worms are weird enough that it might be him. And as for Bora, it looks a little too big for that, so it could be Bora, it could be Henna, you don't know. Oh, this is not Bora. Enoch or Henna, you don't know. So you don't know what happened, like... This all seems... Like, all these seem about as fresh as each other. So you aren't sure exactly in which order what happened. So you don't know if the bloody footprints leading to a wall happened before the battle, right as the battle started, after it, during it. So, yeah.
Can I do like an Arcana check on the wall to see if there's any magic on the wall?
Yeah, you can do Arcana check to see if you can find any, like, glyphs, arcane markings, blah, blah, blah. But to generally see, like, an energy of Arcana, it's normally, like, a detect magic spell, but I figured I'd have it. 13. Looking at it... I'll say also roll an investigation check.
We're not doing hot today.
Okay. Looking at it, it looks like the footprints just stop at the wall. Like, it just faces the wall and then nothing.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go back to the party and explain everything I just saw to get their input.
Orin's gonna say, well, it's a bit of a cliche, but anytime there's some trail that leads to a wall and there's no evidence of them going anywhere else, in books, it's usually some kind of hidden doorway. That's my take.
Ooh, or it could be a ghost, young Jimmy says. I mean, think about it. It's got bloody footprints leading to a wall. It could be a poltergeist of some kind.
Jimmy has much to learn.
But
It's
it's-
obviously a rock monster who lives in the mountain. Enoch is disappointed.
Enoch is disappointed in his former apprentice.
The forest
But I'm
wampa.
saying that about little
Yeah, I'm saying that about Jimmy, unless that was Oren saying that.
Oh, okay. You're saying that about Jimmy Fair.
That was Jimmy.
Yeah, then I guess I'm gonna ask
Out
them
of
what they wanna
nowhere,
do.
out of nowhere, the Ewoks attack.
No, it's the forest wampas.
Fair.
Snow monsters.
All right. Well, what's Lee doing?
I'm gonna ask them what they want to do.
So Dill
Because
says,
obviously it looks like
Isn't-
dangerous. Do you want to continue forward or?
we do not.
Did you actually see if the wall was intangible?
Attached?
Not
What?
to sound rude.
Intangible, like you can push through it.
Oh, well,
Could've just been
was that
vision.
covered by my Arcana check or no?
You didn't notice anything that suggested whether it was an illusion or not.
Throw Orin at it.
I'll say that.
Throw or no?
Face first.
Whee!
I'm
Come join the
so-
others.
Yeah, join the others in death, Orin. I want to imagine it's like Gmod where just like the little spirits are hovering around all of you, just whispering join us.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them that like I didn't perceive anything. I didn't touch the wall, but I didn't perceive whatever that it was any illusion or anything.
It's bad that I'm picturing this as just like playing Among Us and we're all dead and just sort of hovering around them and chanting.
That's basically what I was getting at, yeah.
One of us.
So yeah, you guys go up to the wall and I assume inspect it to see if it's real.
Is my identify over, or are you setting the timer for that? The 11 minutes.
Oh yeah, you wanted to cast Identify on the body. Did you want to do that? Because you went up ahead and then
No, I
came back.
wanted to identify on the little pockets of magic.
Little pockets of magic. Yeah, you'll have to start that now if you want to.
Well, I started it a little while ago, so I'm wondering if you set a timer for 11 minutes or if I was supposed to set a timer.
No, well, no, it doesn't have to be
Not
11
real
minutes
11 minutes.
in game, like out of game. What I mean,
game 11 minutes.
yeah. What I meant more so was that, you know, while you're casting Identify, you have to, like, no interruptions, just sit down and concentrate on that. You went over to the body, you went past it, up ahead, back to the wall, so you'll have to actually start it now if you want to identify the pockets.
Yeah, I wanted to do that before, so I'll do that now. I didn't know I wasn't able to move. Yeah, I want to do that now for the
Yeah,
ritual.
while you're identifying, you basically just have to sit down and focus on the object. But yeah, so you end
So
up
you're doing that.
identifying the pockets of darkness. Boo-doo-doo. Greetings. This is the Identify spell. These are magical pockets of darkness. Doo-doo-doo.
Wait, hold on. I got questions, motherfucker. Stay here. Questions, motherfucker.
What would you like to ask?
Like pockets of actual darkness, like nighttime darkness, or pockets of like
Pockets of magically created conjuration darkness.
okay, so it's magical dark. But what I'm asking is like, is it natural darkness? Like, okay, is it nighttime darkness, or is it like okay, inky black space darkness?
Inky black void. All magical darkness is an inky black void in which no one can see anything outside of devils.
You remember the time everyone was trying to hit some enemy inside a pocket of darkness, and Orin's the only one.
Oddly enough, most darkness spells have a range of 20 feet in diameter. This one seems to have a 5-foot square of diameter. Very localized. And there's another one and there's another one 5 feet ahead and 5 feet to the right.
Does it look like it would take more or less power to be able to concentrate it that much?
It seems that it would likely be a completely different ability to the spell darkness.
Okay.
Unless they were an arch wizard with enough time and practice to localize a spell. In which case, Fireball would probably be really fucking broken single target.
I think
I Identify spell feel judgy.
He has gone from being the Dimension 20 version to his own weird, twisted, judgy butler version.
No, but seriously though, that kind of fits Leah. Like, of course her identify would be a judgy butler. Like, of course.
Now, is there anything else I could do for you, ma'am?
Not at the moment. Yeah.
All right, deuces.
Asshole.
And you swear you can feel the identify spell do the peace fade out of existence.
It's a real big mix of her college roommate and her old butler. That's it. That's
Yeah.
solely what it was.
100%.
Yeah, so as I'm doing that, I guess I'm going to turn around and see what Oren's doing while I'm doing that. Just like, hello, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oren, you just sort of watched her argue with air and nothing for a moment. For like the last like minute or so.
Wait. Say that again. My earphones keep cutting out. Hold on.
I said that you watched Leah talk to and interact with nothing for the last minute.
Alright, so while she's doing that, he's just gonna go and test the rock wall anyway, just in case.
Alright, you go and touch the rock wall. It's a rock wall.
Okay, well that answers that question.
Here, I thought you were going to give it a pop quiz.
I just turn around and see him touching a wall.
Test to the wall.
Yeah, you turn to him and you see him gently caressing the wall, Leah.
Just pushing against it, not caressing the wall.
He's trying to find a point of entry.
Oh god.
Okay, so now
So
Leah's panicking.
So it's not an illusion. I would imagine it's either a hidden door or they just teleported. So he's going to, yeah, I guess like, what's in the immediate area? Like, is there anything that sticks out as this seems like it's
Roll an
in an odd
investigation
place?
check.
Oh wow, there's a bookshelf right here.
Yeah, there's a magical bookshelf that appeared when you looked to your left.
Rune, can I help him?
No, you already did your own, so you aren't really aware of anything going on with this wall.
Very cash money.
16. Gotta be a hidden letter somewhere.
16. Okay. Oren, you look around and you look at what looks to be a slight, like, indented line in the wall that seems to form some kind of door, likely, you could assume. You also notice what looks to be, like, strange markings, like, very faint, strange markings all around it in a language you are unfamiliar with.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna wave over the party and just see if any of them recognize the language.
Okay. All, like, young Jimmy, Sir Dilf, the two Kenkus, none of them recognize it.
Okay.
Leah,
Leah?
you recognize it.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Which one of the multiple languages is it, Rune?
The second one that Ash taught Leah.
The second one that Ash.
Sorry, the first one. Why did I say the second one?
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
In that, I'll say roll me a history check, Leah.
Oh no, Rune, I don't like this. Oh fuck! No, you know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna use my 13. That's gonna be a 13. So what's 13 plus 7?
20.
That would be
20.
20.
All right, fuck y'all. I can't do math. That's
I'm sorry, love. I can't really speak for Oren, but I know you're not my type.
I said fuck y'all, not fuck me.
All
Sentiment
right.
doesn't change by the way you word
So, with your dirty 20, Leah, you remember that this is one of the phrases that he taught you. You also know the response for this.
What's the phrase?
The phrase is, what does a child of night have to fear other than the eyes prowling in the dark?
And what's the response that I speak out loud?
The response that you speak out loud is the many eyes that can cut past the dark. The one who forever watches.
Oh, what happened when I said that out loud?
The wall
As you say that
whispers,
out loud,
home.
you see the door. You see the sort of segmented parts of the door that you saw before, Orin, start to move up, and it creates a. And before you lies a tunnel passage where it seems the bloody tracks and worms continue on.
Ha! I was right. Oop. This is gonna pump his fist because he's happy. Because, yeah. Anyway,
Leah's gonna look at him and be like, "Do you want to go down that tunnel?"
not
Go down for it?
particularly, but I mean, it seems like the only way we'll find out what happened to them.
Okay, I'm gonna put. Do the Cancus look at all useful in any way?
They look like they have been hired to haul stuff, so maybe for basic lifting needs. They do not
Okay.
look ready for combat. They have small daggers, but very, very small daggers. Young Jimmy, you know, is currently being taught how to fight by Sir Dilf. Sir Dilf is the only one who seems to be any level of melee combat ready. Between
I'm
everybody
gonna. Okay, I'm gonna turn to Orin and be like, "Do you think we're more likely to be attacked from the front or the back?"
Giggity.
Statistically.
I would
If we're going
say
statistically, y'all get attacked by the front every time.
Orin.
Orin.
I'm
Okay.
thinking how to
thinking.
word it calm.
Don't worry.
Patient.
Hey, Orin has sorcerer brain. He don't tactics good.
Okay, so then I'm not gonna ask Orin. Orin's taking too long, so I turn to Sir Dill. Statistically, are you more likely to be attacked from the front or the back?
Damn. Okay. Thanks. For
Judging
that.
from the size of these, judging from the size of these tunnels, depending on what we fight, if we see small holes on the lower levels, we are going to be likely attacked from the sides and the back by goblins. Right at this exact moment, I believe we have a better chance of being attacked from the front, from anything that might notice us.
So if we enter the tunnel, we're more likely to be attacked from the front.
Sorry, what do you say?
So if we enter the tunnel, we're more likely to be attacked from the front, you're saying?
With how the tunnels look like right now, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in front with Jimmy, and then I'm gonna put Orin and I in the middle, and then I'm gonna put the Cancus in the back.
All right.
And then we're gonna go forward into the tunnel. Unless Orin has something to disagree with.
The problem with that is that I am human.
Oh, he can't see. And Jimmy's human too. Fuck. Okay, then I'm gonna climb
And the
on Sir
Cancus
Dilf.
don't have dark vision either.
I'm gonna climb on Sir Dilf's back and direct him.
With how narrow the tunnels are right now, you can't do that.
Can I cast Prestidigitation, a little like fire in my hand, and okay, so if something's lit from the no, he's still because he's massive, he won't be able to see in front of him. Okay, I'm gonna do rock paper scissors for it.
How about I just I was gonna say, how about I just roll a d4 and you whatever you can choose between Orin or Leah, like for the results. So just choose
You don't want to
even.
do rock paper scissors with me, Orin?
How are you gonna do that over call?
Rock paper scissors, then we tell them what we tell what we did.
Okay, sure. Do you want to do rock paper scissors with her, Samus?
Yeah. Why not?
All right, ready?
Yeah.
You have to yell out what you get as soon as you say it. So it's rock, paper, scissors, go. Then you hit, and then you yell out what you got. Okay? No, wait until we go. Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Rock, paper,
Paper.
scissors, go. What?
Oh. You
Did you yell what you were going to do the moment it started?
No. Rock, paper, scissors, go, and then you tell.
You did 1, 2, 3, and then you did rock,
We're gonna
paper,
roll the
scissors.
D4. This is not gonna work out.
Yeah, that's why I said, do you really want to do this over call? Did you immediately blurt out, "I choose paper"? Really?
I'm gonna go odds.
You counted 1, 2, 3, and then you did rock, paper, Well, who does that?
Love, remember, they're New Yorkers.
Okay.
Hey, fuck off!
God. Okay.
Bef-
Okay. Before this turns into the,
Shoot.
I was gonna
They
say,
do 1, 2, 3, then rock paper scissors to make
bef-
sure they're on
before
the
this
same
turns
page.
into the
I'm
Civil
sorry,
War,
don't generalize us like that. I don't fucking go 1, 2, 3.
before this turns into the American Civil War Part 2, let's just say I'm going to roll a d4. It's, Alana, you can choose evens or odds.
I want odds.
All right. What is the result if you get odds?
Odds are Orin goes in the front. Evens are Leah goes in the front.
Okay.
So, purely for my own curiosity's sake, Alana,
odds,
which
so
would you have
Orin, you're
chosen
up
in
front.
Rock, paper, scissors?
No, I always go rock.
How did I get that right?
Yeah,
I guess
it's a
what
perfect.
both of you are going to choose.
Fair enough.
Because you're magic. Shut up.
Yeah, he's got dark magic. Don't trust him. So I rolled a 1, so Orin, you're up front.
Wait, did I say? Yeah.
Yeah, you
So I'm
said
gonna-
on an odd, Orin goes to the front. Evens, Leah
Yeah, so I'm
is
gonna
up
turn
front.
to Orin and be like, "Can you cast prestidigitation for a little fire, and then lead us?"
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
He does
And
that.
then I'm gonna also cast prestidigitation, and so we have light from the middle.
Okay. So it'll
Yeah.
go Orin, Sir Dilf, Jimmy, Leah, and then the 2 Kenkus.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Alright. So, as we continue the travel, we will cut over to the rest of the group.
Our poor mangled bodies.
Yeah.
Silence for 45 minutes.
Yeah. If I silence for 45 minutes. Henna, at this point, after having walked with them for as long as you have, Draenir has been knocked unconscious yet again. Since he woke up, and Enoch is still unconscious. Bora's still blindfolded, and at this point, as you come up to a fork in the road, the individual next to you says, "At this point, you are going to have to see nothing," and they're going to blindfold you.
Henna's just gonna like nod a little bit and go along.
By the way, yes, they are alive.
Fuck you.
I expected something a little more angry.
Honestly,
I was kind of expecting my eardrum to get blown out.
You
Yeah.
No, you fully know what? Because Rune messaged me just like, "Oh hey, half the party's dead," and I was like, "There's something sus about this."
What's funny is that you said that, "Oh yeah, I checked to see if it's April 1st," and I was like, damn it, I really hope like everybody can give up off a good enough performance to like gaslight you for the week.
Yeah, no, like fuck you, you did, especially especially Zane, because Zane has in their fucking tagline "Buddy Squad," and I was like, all right, but also like it's sus for you to kill off half the party. Like that's a fucked up deal to do.
You do know that I
Okay,
would
look,
kill off half the party if it happened. I'm not going to.
Yeah, the Buddy Boy has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, the bunny thing was
the
actually
Final
completely
Fantasy
unrelated.
Endwalker, released. That's what the
I
Buddy
don't know what that is.
Final Fantasy
I can be a
14.
Buddy Boy now. In the game.
Basically,
Yeah,
Zane got a hard on.
We also didn't lie.
Yeah,
Like, other than Rune telling you that we died, that was the only lie. We told you literally what happened to us.
yeah, they actually
I literally
did.
just
What's
told
called?
you about Kree.
What's called? Dragnar did actually keep rolling damage instead of attack rolls.
Yeah. And Henna did spend a lot of time just laying down because rendered.
Yep.
And Enoch did get kind of just dropped in the center of things without being able to avoid being hit by like 4 arrows right off the bat.
Yeah,
And then also
Fucking lie,
Enoch
none of you
himself to
changed your name.
unconsciousness.
And Enoch did, like, fall twice, so, yeah, you know, we didn't really lie to you except a single statement, and then we just sort of rolled with it.
That's
I
fine.
just started talking about Creed instead of what I was planning to do with Bora.
Yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you actually believe that they were dead?
No, I probably a good, like, 6 or 7.
Okay.
Like, it was above. I definitely believed that they were, at least some of them were dead, but there was definitely something sus about you going, oh, hey, by the way.
I mean, to be fair, if I wanted, I could have killed the entire, like, all of them. That's how,
Oh yeah,
that's how things sort of went.
we were hella outclassed.
But
I got
yeah,
hit
also,
once, and I went from 30 hit points to 3.
that's because you're squishy.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Dragnar took a crit, and if he wasn't a totem barbarian, he would have been, like, sorry, if he wasn't a barbarian, he would have been dropped as well.
Henna yeeted her weapons on the floor and lay down and was like, I surrender. Without words, of course.
You know, Henna did play the diplomacy game.
She tried!
Also,
She
if you
tried
wanna,
really hard.
if the only thing we haven't told you is that Enoch dropped from the ceiling, looked at the guy who was pretending to be the monk and who was talking to them the entire time and dodging Dragnar and Bora's attacks, and then immediately blew him up in front of everybody, and then rolled a wild magic surge where the target's allies forget that he exists.
Which is why we started laughing when you asked if you recognize him. Because nobody recognizes him.
I knew he seemed fishy, but yeah, we didn't die, we were just kidnapped.
Yeah.
Well, that's better than dying. Good for you guys. I'm proud of you.
Well, here's the thing.
Took at least one of them with us.
I'm gonna be real with you. If Henna wasn't there to try, like, to mediate and, like, basically beg for just everybody being taken, they probably just would have killed you. Especially Enoch. Enoch did. Well, probably not. No, because they don't remember the guy. So if they remembered the guy, they probably would have killed Enoch.
Oh, well, that would have
Yeah,
been a
Enoch
really-
blew up their face.
Yeah, Enoch blew up one of their men, but they don't remember the guy. So you guys sort of got away with that one.
Well, no, remember, you said it was worse than that because Enoch blew up their face, the person that was supposed to negotiate.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then we cackled even harder when you said that the half of his face looks like it has a deep emotional hurt.
Oh yeah.
'Cause,
No, because yeah,
man,
yeah. Because okay,
I
so
farted the crap out of insulting him.
yeah, so what happened was when the battle started, the guy was like, "Do you really want to do this?" And Dragnar basically just screamed hurtful insults at him and rolled a natural 20 persuasion check.
Oh.
And in a turn that surprised everyone, including myself, Henna was there like, we could just find a peaceful solution to this.
Yeah, weirdly enough, last session was the Henna is the moderator session. Henna's the moderate one.
Last session was just
In all
everybody's
fairness,
personalities were
Enoch
inverted.
asked right at the start if those were bad eggs, and Henna said yes. So
Well-
Enoch went full
Enoch, yeah.
attack mode.
Well, Enoch's appearance gave Henna bravery for a moment when it probably shouldn't have.
It gave her brief hope, and then that turned into, oh god.
Oh
And
right.
she immediately backpedaled on
I
that.
was
went
gonna
back
say,
to the floor.
Alana, there actually was a choice for Henna in which she had a moment where her and Enoch could have hid and met up with you guys again, but she ended up deciding to take her and Enoch with the rest of the group.
Well,
I'd say Enoch was pretty safe there at the end of the fight.
Yeah.
He could have just pulled up the rope and been fine.
Yeah, like Enoch and Henna could have like hid away and you guys could have like met up and they could have told you everything.
well, there was the voice in her head. What do you want?
There's always a voice in her head, mostly it's hers.
There have been multiple voices in Henna's head lately.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so at this point, you are being blindfolded, Henna. Do you comply?
Mhm.
All right. And you continue on the path. Leah, Orin, and the rest of you continue on the path as well, as it's a singular winding path for what feels like a few hours. Sorry, not a few hours. About an hour and a half, where you come up to a split in the road that goes left and right.
I said we should not split up.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask Orin because he's in the front.
Where do the tracks and worms go?
Roll an investigation check.
Can I help him?
Yeah.
Cool. Does that mean I roll or does he get advantage?
One of you guys can, or he gets a. Sorry, where you are in the pack, no, because you're too far behind him.
I'm too far behind him, so I can't help. Okay.
No. So straight investigation check, Orin.
Jesus Christ.
15.
All right. With your 15, you are able to continue noticing the worms, and you see that it's actually going on the left path at a bit of an incline, and you continue following it. As you, Leah, and the rest of your group pass through these tunnels that are so well carved out and old. It almost feels like veins, as if you're traveling through the veins of a living creature.
Wait, what feels like veins?
The tunnel that you're in, it's so perfectly carved out that it almost feels reminiscent of a vein of a living creature that you're walking through.
Can I do a history check to see if I recognize what type of masonry it is?
Yeah, you know what? Sure, roll a history check.
Wow, I'm not doing great today, guys.
Leah doesn't have a history with masonry.
There had to be a downfall somewhere.
So yeah, Leah, you look at this, and you realize you really did not put much study into masonry.
Like, jot it down and make sure to make a note to study masonry later.
For survival's sake, study masonry. So, you continue on and follow the path of, like, worms, because now the blood trails have stopped, and the tracks themselves are getting fainter, because where the path before seemed to be, like, more filled with dust and cobweb and, like, layers of, like, thin dirt. Now it's become more just straight stone and sediment, leaving less imprints or chances to see any kind of tracks on the ground. But, Orin, with your investigation, you do notice, along with multiple sets of footprints, you do notice that there seems to be one multi-legged creature that's pretty large.
And I picked out the tracks that were. Wait.
There
I
what?
think I misunderstood something. Can you say it again, real quick?
I said
I think I
that.
misunderstood something.
I was saying that you notice a set of tracks among the normal, like, humanoid tracks. There seems to be some kind of multi-legged creature with large, flat feet.
I guess we just keep following the tracks. We've got nowhere else, nothing else to lead us by.
Okay.
Do I see the tracks?
As Orin points them out, yeah.
Alright, can I cast Identify on them just to see what type of creature made them?
It takes 1 minute to cast the Identify spell with the spell slot, 11 minutes for ritual. Do you want to take the 11 minutes?
I'm gonna turn to Orin and be like, do we have time, do you think? Or do we think we should do this quickly? Although I do think it's important for us to identify what type of thing this is. So I'm gonna ask Oren if he thinks we should move quickly, or if it's okay if we take some time.
I think it's best if we go quick. We don't know what happened to them.
I'm gonna cast and identify then.
I'm
With the spell slot.
Alright, so it's going to take you about a minute.
Okay.
As you cast it, you hear doo-doo-doo. Greetings. This is the Identify spell. What you are currently looking at are a set of multiple footprints. That is it.
Okay.
This is not an
What kind
object for me to study.
Jesus Christ. This identify spell is given Leah hives just as a memory of her freshman year. She's gonna
Next
be like,
time, try and use me on an object and even maybe a creature. These are just footprints from all I know. I cannot
but-
identify footprints.
what
Thank
kind of-
you.
Jesus Christ. What kind of creature could have
What's
caught?
the point of the spell?
Yeah, what kind of creature could have theoretically made these prints? Do they look human? Do they look like?
Judging
do you
from
think-
the imprint and size, it would be something about the size of a horse with multiple legs. It looks bulky and chunky.
Okay. From that, can I do a history, an investigation, something, a survival check?
Roll
to
me
see if I
Arcana.
recognize- Arcana. Okay.
Could I roll a
Fucking
nature
useless
check
spell.
for this?
The 12.
You don't fucking know!
I'm gonna turn to Orin.
Could I roll an?
This has been your use of the Identify spell. Good day.
Leah's gonna just like slap her hand like you're fucking useless. And then I'm gonna turn to Orin and ask him.
Went from dimension 20 to passive aggressive.
I'm gonna
Butler.
turn to Orin. Wait, could it have been nature or did it have to be Arcana?
That's the role that I believe suited it best.
No, but I mean, it'd be the same either way because I have a +7 for Arcana and History and nature. So I'm gonna turn to Orin and I'm gonna be like, "Do you recognize anything that's probably the size of a horse or big or with multiple legs or whatever?"
What do I roll for that?
Arcana?
Okay.
And then I'm gonna mutter for 25 minutes about fucking Alicia.
Alicia? What?
I'm gonna mutter for
I
20
got a
minutes about
16.
somebody named Alicia. That's all it's gonna be.
Okay. As your Identify spell is just giving you like nom flashbacks from like a year and a half ago.
What is even the point of the spell? It doesn't. I got a 16. If you
The
didn't hear
spell identifies objects and maybe can be used to identify people, I'm pretty sure. That's it. You can't really use it to identify the ground.
That's fine.
That's why rangers and trackers exist instead of a bunch of wizards being bounty hunters. Well, to be fair, there's a divination class, but yeah. Alright, what did you roll for your Arcana?
16.
16.
Times.
Orin, you think you might remember something, but you can't quite grasp onto it about something that might possibly be making these tracks. You at least know that it is not part of the natural animal kingdom.
Oh, okay, well that explains why it's not a nature check.
Question: is it a part of the unnatural animal
in-
kingdom?
Yes, how did you know, Magnus?
That's something strapped to
It'll
it.
inform Leah of that. At least.
And Leah's gonna ask
Is
him
it made by
then.
necrobotany?
Leah's gonna ask him if he remembers if it's inclined to be where it's gonna fall on the alignment scale, essentially.
Was it a warning tale I heard?
With your 16, you really don't know. Most of the time when it's not a humanoid, and it's some kind of creature, random creature, miscellaneous like monster thing, it could be anything. Morality-wise.
Fabulous. Okay, well, great. Onward.
All right.
Let's just move carefully.
Sure. As you guys continue traveling, like how are you traveling carefully? Are you traveling at a slow pace, Oren?
How are we traveling at a slow pace?
You're the one who's up front, so you technically dictate the pace. If you slow down, everybody's gonna have to.
Oh, well, yeah. I was reading it as one sentence for some reason.
Okay, so you're moving at a slow pace. Then I'll say
Can
roll.
I'm sorry.
Then yeah, I'll also say roll me an investigation check, Oren, to keep an eye on
Oren or me?
Oren. He's up
Can I
front.
ask a question?
Yeah.
So I have Mask of the Wild, which says you can attempt to hide even when you are only lightly obscured. So does that mean?
Oh, you're currently
again?
heavily obscured. You're in pitch darkness.
So then, if I do a stealth on myself, does that mean I get advantage?
Yes, you would get advantage, and very likely, whatever would be in this cave would not see you, but you're also in the middle of a pack of people that don't seem to be stealthing unless you tell them to.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them to stealth, and I'm also gonna make sure I'm obscured behind Gaston,
All right.
so that even if they do see us,
Well, you're
like, I
currently
wanna make
behind.
sure that-
You're currently behind Gaston and young Jimmy, who are both massive. So you're good on that front.
Okay, so do I need to roll, or do I just
Roll
kinda do that?
stealth at advantage. Gaston has to roll stealth at disadvantage because he's wearing medium armor.
Okay. So
Everybody
that's an
else
18.
rolls straight, I believe.
Warren, how stealthy are you?
We'll see soon enough.
10? Average
Ooh.
stealthy?
What did you roll for your stealth check, Leah?
15 and an 18.
Okay, so 18. All right.
Yes.
Oh, wait, at advantage. I didn't hear that part. Yeah.
Are you at advantage?
Or was I? Oh, no, your thing
You
was
mask
the
with a-
mask thing. Never mind. Yeah, my bad. I
Yeah.
misunderstood.
Her thing is because she's a wood elf.
Yeah, just 10 then. I got a 3.
Yeah, she's a wood elf. She's good at hiding. You are half.
I mean, we saw how good she was when she stole 3.
Yeah, and that was when she wasn't even lightly obscured.
Fun
Christ.
shit, y'all.
Okay, so young Jimmy rolled an 18 for his stealth.
He shrinks.
Yeah, whoop, whoop, whoop. You see him compress himself and like using his knees just scurry on the ground.
Amazing. Amazing. Like, truly. That's fucking incredible.
And for Sir Dilf, this is the biggest issue. Okay, funny enough, he would have also rolled 18, but what's it called? No, he rolled 8 total with the disadvantage times for the
Good.
Kankaroos.
Good for him.
I mean, it would have been funny if Sir Dilf also rolled an 18 like you and young Jimmy.
That would be funny. Just train at the School of Leah.
Yeah.
The School of Leah.
Leah observes him crawling on the floor and is like, I'm impressed.
Okay. What did Orin roll?
A 10, average.
like everything, his roll was beige.
Oh,
Just for funsies. Oh, look. Just for funsies.
Oh look, the person with expertise in stealth.
no. But, yeah, so, I how do the Kankaroos do?
They rolled a 15 and a 16. They don't do bad.
So, and they just see fucking Gaston.
Well, no, this is a group stealth check, so this
Oh,
is
okay.
everybody's total.
Everybody's total added together and averaged out to be probably not the best.
I mean, not bad. I mean, you guys have an average of like 14.
Yeah, that's fine. Good
No,
for
it's
them.
Better
not
than
the
that 3
worst.
I rolled when I thought I was rolling at advantage.
What was that?
Nothing, never mind.
He said he actually got a 3 instead of a 10.
No, but that was when he rolled it a second time because he thought he had advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Other way. Alright, so, you guys continue traveling, and eventually you guys start to get tired. As you still haven't caught up with anything, and you've gone through a couple different passages, paying attention and tracking the little bits of worm that seem to be leading you somewhere. Orin, Leah, and I guess the rest of your group, like the rest of the people that are with you, do you guys want to continue traveling or no? As by this point you are tired. But you can continue pressing on and continue with exhaustion.
I don't think that's a smart idea. Orin, what do you think?
The last thing I heard was travel on.
We could travel on and then get exhaustion.
I guess we should probably stop to rest then.
Yeah, but I want to... Okay, so we're in a tunnel. Are there, like, tiny... So, okay, I'm going to describe a crypt, but sometimes in tunnel, there's, like, little carved out... Like, we're in a stone tunnel. Is there, like, a little carved out cove or whatnot that we can all...
Yeah, you're looking for, like, a rest nook.
Yeah, kind of.
I'll say that there was probably one maybe about half an hour back, if you want to backtrack a bit, like, to go back there, or you can just sort of chill in the tunnel and have, like, Gaston and maybe, like, Jimmy on either side to basically be, like, sort of meat shields in case anything notices you, but, yeah, it's sort of
I
like
don't
a
want to
one-way
put
tunnel.
them in... I don't want to put them in excess danger. So I'm gonna... I mean, okay, so you said there was one about half an hour back. Did
Yeah.
we come across one consistently? Like, there was one a half hour back, there was one an hour back, there was one an hour and a half back. Like, is it pretty common that we're gonna...
That was the first sort of, like, alcove-ish nook, like, that had, like, fungi and, like, and seemed well carved out, and that was the first one after traveling for maybe about 5 hours.
Yeah, Leah's gonna suggest we go back to the nook and sleep for a long rest there.
Okay. Alright, so you guys go back there and rest up. Do you take a long rest?
Leah's going to take a long rest, so 4 hours.
Sure. I'll say everybody gets a long rest, and you can put that on your character sheet. I'll say Dragnar has been in a constant state of being knocked out, so I'll say you get any abilities back from your long rest, but Enoch, Bora, and Dragnar, you would have been kept somewhere around like 5 HP at most.
Oh, mistake for them. Enoch has 5 HP.
Joke's on you. I only have 5 HP now. You're not playing next.
Two more than he had when he knocked himself out, so he's ready to rumble.
I will. You guys are still. I was gonna say you guys are still blindfolded, and Enoch is like tied
Do you
onto
think
the.
Enoch needs sight? He can fire his spells off by smell alone.
You know what I completely... Oh god, that might actually be one of the wild magic surges now that I think about it. It could just be you no longer need to use sight for visual components. You can instead use smell.
I want that.
Now,
for
see,
Enoch.
here's where things
Did you
go
say
wrong for
we got
Rune.
spell slots back or no, since we're captured?
You get your spell slots back. I just said that your health is just kept around like 5 HP.
Good. I don't need health, I need spell slots.
Yeah, I know you need spell slots, but yeah.
Now, see, this is where things are going to go bad for Rune. Leah just got a nat 1 for a portent.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. If I catch up to somebody... Wait, okay. A question that I forgot I had.
Mhm.
The head dude. Was he the one that I cast True Strike on?
No.
Yes, and that only lasted a minute,
Yeah.
which
okay.
was a long time ago.
I
Just
thought
wanted-
the
yeah.
head dude was
Also, no,
one who
sorry.
got
The
into
dude
a fist fight with me.
the dude that you casted True Strike on, was the blown up
The
body.
face.
Oh, did I recognize one of his limbs?
No, because he was disguised as a human when you did that. He was a drow when you saw him blown up.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't feel vindicated then.
No, unfortunately, your bloodlust has not been satiated.
That's fine. I have a nat one. I'm gonna kill him. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be within 60 feet, but yeah, you have a nat one.
I'll kill all of you. It's fine.
Or give Enoch that nat 1 after he casts a single spell.
Oh, God.
Oh, you wanna know what? Fuck, that's a good idea.
No, please no.
A free surge in case of emergencies.
Sure, yeah, if you want to go down that dark rabbit hole and pray that you don't actually destroy the party.
Embrace the
I
dark
mean-
side, Leah.
With the way Leah had been playing last week,
Magic.
Hey, Magnus, that's really creepy.
Right, I was gonna say, when did Enoch become Palpatine?
When was he not?
Yeah, you know
He was
what?
always-
True, he
he
was
was
trying
before.
to turn Orin like Anakin.
I'd like to think that while this whole conversation is going on, just very carefully petting unconscious Enoch.
Yeah. Like, you're still blindfolded, Henno, but yeah, you eventually find Enoch and you're just, like, petting him, and yes, you can feel that, Enoch, you are conscious.
Okay.
accidentally pets things that
Petting
should not
him.
have ever been petted.
Yeah.
No!
I'm
Enoch.
probably pretty slimy since I'm a Triton right now.
Yeah, you're a teenage Triton, so you're
That's how I
extra
know
slimy.
It's you.
It was called Enoch. You can tell just by touch alone that the hands of the queen are making contact with you.
That's somehow worse.
He gains power by the seconds.
I'm sure he does.
he's actually just building up his mana reserve before just unleashing a full chaos burst.
So I just want to double check. Am I allowed to keep my health up, or am I also being kept at 5?
You're allowed to keep your health.
Okay. I am agreeable.
You're not the one who's going to be a potential threat if they regain consciousness.
No, I was just checking. Okay.
Well, no, you're conscious, but actually, Dragnir, I'm probably just gonna say you're unconscious because, God help it, like you just keep waking up, yelling and screaming, so they just knock your ass out regularly to keep you from.
I mean, even if they tried to gag me, I can telepathically scream at people.
Yeah, they probably figured that out pretty quickly, so they just kept knocking you out. Like, Enoch is awake because I assume Enoch isn't screaming and hasn't done anything yet.
It's probably just a series of inane babble.
Probably, and they're probably annoyed with him, but they're keeping him awake. But he's still tied to you, and you guys are still tied to something, as you guys don't feel yourself actually walking. Bora is still walking, but yeah, she's at 5 HP, and Henna is at full HP, but still blindfolded as well. So yeah, you guys all continue journeying on, and
At least we know that if the other group gets close enough to us, they'll have some amount of warning that they're nearby.
maybe.
I mean, if I wake up and start screaming, then
Yeah.
they'll know they're
I
nearby.
was gonna say, eventually, all of you, like Bora and all of you, feel a sort of rush of energy. And then you hear sounds. As you're trying to pay attention to what it could be, it sounds like chatter. Not necessarily loud like it's right next to you, but it sounds not too far away. It sounds like multiple voices chattering. It sounds bustling, like a settlement.
Henna's gonna look around like she could see through the thing. Just kind of look.
Sure, you look around. You don't immediately.
This one's still blindfolded.
You're looking around as if your ears can tell you through echolocation what's around you.
Yeah.
So yeah, as the rest of like Leah's group continues, I assume you guys are taking the same order, like walking order as yesterday.
I'm gonna ask Oren if he wants to switch off in the front.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so then Leah will go in the front and she'll put
Alright.
Oren behind. But can we do another stealth thing? Or do our previous stealths count?
You'll have to do another stealth thing. You went to sleep for that.
Okay. Still with advantage?
Yes for you. I'll have to roll for him.
Cool, it's a 19.
You know what? Sir Dilf rolled a 9 this time. A little better.
Good for him. I'm proud of him.
He's learning.
I truly am proud of him.
Oh, okay. You know
I'm
what?
more proud of him than I am of Leah sometimes.
The Kenku got 17 and 16. Okay, you know what? It's shaping up well.
I got a 19.
Okay. You got a 19.
I'm Jimmy
Okay.
good.
Let's just see what's going on with Jimmy. He rolled a 5.
Okay.
I'll say all in all, the rolls are good enough that it's probably around the same as yesterday's anyways, all things considered, so not much of a difference as you continue on. After a few hours of walking, you...
Question.
Mhm.
Can Enoch determine how old the piece of cloth is that's around his eyes?
I will say, Enoch, with your insight into all things, you know that this piece of cloth is about 5 years old.
Okay. He will go on a deep rant to everyone who will listen about the great journey this cloth has gone through before it ended up on his face.
Sure, I'll say roll me a charisma check at advantage, essentially to see how much you annoy them.
He rolled a nat 20 in history. Just
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. At advantage. No. Here's the thing. I said advantage, or you can keep the natural one if you wanna.
I don't know. I kind of like that result one way or the other. I don't
Same.
care what happens with it.
Sure, you want to keep the natural one?
I'll keep the nat 20 for the history and the nat 1 for.
Oh no, I'm letting you keep the history. I'm just saying, do you want to roll advantage for the charisma check?
Okay. I want this to be very insightful to everyone around.
Sure. Weirdly enough, all of you are, like, Drengnir, Henna, Bora, and even the people here, you guys are weirdly enraptured by his, like, speech. It's almost like listening in on, like, history of ancient civilizations story. You think that it's gonna be annoying, but he gives you very good, deep insight and lore about everything, and it doesn't sound like he's all that crazy.
Oh, score 7 years ago. 5 bandanas were created in the fires of the pits of hell. These were not yet related to this one. This one was created 5 years ago.
And he tells this very interesting story.
I would like to affectionately pat Enoch as she continues walking. And
Enoch, while you're telling your story, you get approving pats from the queen. Thus, your story gains more power.
And my stories get the same effect as my paintings.
Not yet.
Everything that comes out of Enoch's mouth.
Not yet.
Alright.
There has to be a sort of physical
Build a nat
medium.
20 history.
I'll say there has to be a sort of physical medium for it to, like, if you actually wrote a novel, I'd consider it. But if you're just spewing words for now, no.
How do I know these guys aren't recording our conversation?
They actually have a podcast going on right now. And our next guest is, what's her name again? Enoch Thaddeus.
They're gonna regret that. Spread Enoch's madness over the wave.
Yeah.
Radio waves.
Hey, just be glad that Enoch's
Dude,
not...
Enoch's Hour of Madness.
Yeah.
Welcome all to-
I was gonna say, Enoch's podcast just turns into an Alex Jones rant. But yeah, so while that's going on, you know what, Enoch, I'll give you advantage on the next charisma check you make because of your storytelling skills in this moment. At least to anybody that's here.
I'm gonna mark that down and use it somewhere where you don't expect me to.
Again, it has to be with any of the creatures that are currently here.
Yeah, you just wait.
I know. 3 years later in the campaign, just comes back and just raises an army because of a single story.
No, it's gonna be a situation where, like, 2 years down the line, suddenly Enoch has the teleport spell, and he just blips in, says something at advantage, and then blips out.
Yeah. All right.
Your mother's a whore. Bam, gone. Feelings hurt, no reason.
All right. I'll say Leah, roll me an investigation check to keep an eye on
Oh,
the
God.
ahead of you. The bandit.
Why am I? What the fuck?
Your rolls are. Hey, it's karma for last week.
No karma for last week. We don't need karma for last week. It's okay.
Leah finally knows what it feels like to be.
Leah finally knows what it feels like to be everybody else. All right. With your 11, Leah, you can no longer find any sign of where they might have gone. You know that it's a straight tunnel for now, but you still don't know where they are, and you can no longer find the worms that were guiding you.
Well, if it's a straight tunnel, then we'll just walk straight.
All right. You walk straight.
I'm gonna do another for funsies.
Sure.
I do.
And
Yay! You can still do better than me.
and after
Feel good in that.
about an hour, after about 2 hours or so, Leah, you find a circular chamber that seems to like have a path that goes up as well as 5 paths that go off in different directions. And no indication as to which path leads where or which one to continue following.
Alright, so either we split up, which I feel like will lead to death.
Yep.
Each of you takes a path. Whee!
You've already seen how splitting the party works.
Can I turn around and ask Orin in a panic, because now I don't know what to do and I don't like not knowing what to do. Be like, I don't know what to do.
Can I investigate for any further tracks?
Sure, roll me an investigation check.
Okay. 18.
Oh, thank God.
Could be a natural
Okay.
20 with Tides of Chaos. You never know.
You know it could. You might need higher. Do you want a Tides of Chaos?
Do it.
Not particularly.
All right, if you're sure about that.
I hate when he does that.
Coward.
Do I need it?
You don't know in this exact moment, but this is the only time you can choose to affect it.
Leah's looking at you with tear-filled eyes.
Just do it.
Fine. I'm gonna roll a nat 1 on this.
You watch.
Hey, again, remember, it's advantage, so even if you roll lower, you still keep the 18.
It's 14. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. Be prepared for the next spell to go wild for Orin.
How do I mark that on here again?
There's no marking, that's just something you have to remember.
You can mark it if you go into your features. There's a Tides of Chaos thing.
Oh, there is a, okay.
Otherwise, I usually just keep in mind that the next spell I cast will have a surge attached to it.
Alright.
But to be fair, that's like once every minute with Enoch.
Not hard to remember. Most spells have surges.
Alright. So, also I want to remember, because this has not come up ever, but are we using the normal D100 system for Orin, or are we using the D10,000 one for Orin?
Do the
No.
chaotic one.
No. We already have that.
Alright, so you want to do the D100? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine, I
can
just
still
wanted
give
to
fire a fireball at your location.
know. Yeah,
It can still be just as bad.
next to Leah, nukes both of you.
If
That
that,
would be
happens,
fitting,
I'm going
honestly.
to cry.
No, don't worry.
Hey, on the
Whenever
bright
you
side,
roll
I won't be...
rolls-
on the bright side, Alana won't hunt me down because I'm not the one who killed Leah.
I still might. You're closer.
Wow.
No, see,
As I
Samus, here's
said
all you
earlier.
have to think of. All you're going to hear when you have to roll those percentiles is I'm going to say 41.
All right.
Great.
So,
Okay.
with your 18,
I don't know
Orin.
that you have the answer to the universe.
Orin, with your 18, at first you are not able to find anything. And it takes you maybe about 2 hours of searching pretty much each individual tunnel briefly with everybody. Not too far, but like into it and trying to find any tracks, any worms or anything. But eventually, in one of the tunnels, you do find a singular worm that looks similar to the ones that you've seen before.
Jerry, take good care of him.
Yeah, but that's what I. Huh? No, it was only like small, like lunch for myself. There's something that if there's something that put in I wanted that, so you can ask her if sorry about that. But yeah, after about the 2 hours searching, you do find a singular worm that seems similar. I only say that because there are other worms here, but this one's like purplish and has weird eyes. So yes, and it does have eyes.
Well, then that's obvious.
Yes, but it's also very small. Like it's the size of like a little grub worm, so it's not that easy to see. But when you like bend down and go look at it, then you eventually find it, and you continue down the path. I assume.
Yeah.
Leah, are you still leading?
I'm gonna ask Orin what he wants to do, whether he wants to go back to the middle, whether he wants to lead, or whether they both want to go in the front.
Orin will lead.
Okay, so then Leah will go back in the middle.
Okay. You go back to the middle, and as you continue on, you continue down the tunnel, and eventually there is a large cliff in front of you with a giant open chasm.
Is there a bridge?
You look around, nope. It is just a giant circular chasm that seems to drop right down into darkness. I'll say you're up front, right, Orin?
Yeah.
Roll me a perception check.
Okay. $11?
You see a giant chasm right in front of you.
Oh, okay. I was worried this was whether I'd fall into it.
I said I mean, fair enough. That I'd have you do a dex check of some kind. I'm not just gonna say, okay, you're dead.
That's a dexterity check.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're all waiting for you, Orin. What do you want to do, bud?
Is there...
Jump off the cliff.
I do have rifle. Can I... Do we have... Is there anything that looks flammable around?
That looks flammable around you?
Yeah, it's a nice little location there.
Maybe a little bit of some spider webbing.
That'll burn too fast.
The Kenku?
I mean,
No.
Sir Dill has some rope.
Are you trying to get Orin turned into all of my character's mortal enemies?
I don't know, something about the Kenku's really... I don't like them. I don't like birds.
I don't like birds. Okay, everyone who dies has to now play an Aarakocra.
Or a Kenku?
And no, even better, they have to be a New York pigeon Aarakocra.
No! I guarantee you that's why she don't like birds.
Hey, yo, I'm flying here.
I actually don't mind pigeons because we really messed them up because they were not supposed to be the nasty little rats they are now. But like that's a thing for a different. That's not.
Yeah,
That's a like me.
I was gonna say that's a history lesson for a different day.
No, that's,
Rude. If you want to cause Alana physical pain when you bring in a bird character,
It has to be a
give
duck.
it
I know.
New Jersey accent.
It has to be a duck. I know.
it has to
And
be
it has a New Jersey accent.
So
Oh,
it
God.
strictly has to be a duck.
Rune, I have the perfect item you should add into this campaign and only have Leah be the one who use it.
What?
Is it the book filled with the secret language of ducks?
No, it's the Horn of Duck Calling.
Oh my god.
That is just as good.
Just a bunch of
Oh
death
my
spells
God.
coming in.
I hate you all so much.
We love you too.
No, you don't. You love us.
And introducing the newest NPC to the party, Donald the Duck.
Not spelled differently to avoid copyright claim.
Yeah, it's actually spelled with an F.
Donald would be. What the fuck would Donald be? He wouldn't be a rogue. He wouldn't be a barbarian.
Kingdom
He's a black
Hearts is
mage.
a magic. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the
I feel
word
like
Pretty
word
sure he
mage.
would be a swashbuckler since, you know, he's a sailor.
Oh, I agree. That's good.
Mhm.
That's good. Because I feel like Mickey would have to be like the wizard or the sorcerer or something.
I mean, Mickey is literally a wizard in, like, most...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And, like, what's called Donald... In Kingdom Hearts, like, this is a conversation that's already been done.
Well, I don't play. I do exactly two things. I read and I play D&D. Like, twice a week. That's it.
Fair enough, but you should... Like, most people know about Kingdom Hearts. I thought you knew,
I didn't have a
but...
childhood, Rune. Leave me alone.
It's not a childhood thing, it's a media thing. Fine.
God, just play the game.
Hey, yo, I live in New York and I know nothing of this Kingdom's Hearts.
I'm literally gonna just track you down and just kill you. That's flat out. That's what I'm saying now.
So
Alright.
what I
For
just
legal
heard on the
reasons,
page,
we've heard
you want
nothing.
cultural?
Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, what's Orin and Leah doing in the face of this chasm? Sir Dilf has some, rope if you want to use that, Orin.
Yeah, okay, we'll use the rope.
He has like 30 feet of it.
We'll see how far it goes.
Okay. As you lower the rope, you do not feel it hit bottom. So it's at least deeper than 30 feet. Mainly because you can also you also have 60 feet of vision.
It'd be real helpful if Bora was here.
No vision.
What was that?
He said it'd be real helpful if Bora was here.
No.
Oh wait,
Would
she
it
wouldn't
though?
got herself
Laura
fucking
doesn't have
kidnapped.
dark vision.
Yeah, but can't she fly?
I also have the light cantrip.
Mhm.
Can I use... Hold on, let me read that thing.
Orin, you hear the wind speak to you. Jump off.
Use the force, Luke.
Did I hear that in Orin?
What? No, it was just a joke of saying me.
Yeah, that
Me saying,
I
the
know.
wind speaks
I-
to you. Jump off, Orin. Jump now.
It's a leap of faith.
It's just like the tunnel stops straight to the chasm, right? Is there like an edge to the chasm?
Tunnel stops, and then there's like a few extra feet of like stone before it's just a gigantic like 60-foot chasm drop, like perfectly carved out circle that leads into dark nothingness past your 60 feet of dark vision.
So there's nothing on the other side?
As far as Orin can tell, no.
Fuck. Okay.
Can I use the fire from prestidigitation and like toss it down to see how far it'll fall?
I think you have to light something on fire, but sure, I'll say you just take like a piece of the twine rope and then just drop it. And it falls and falls and falls and falls, and it just keeps going.
Okay, that's concerning.
Can I do an investigation? Wait, okay. So what I'm asking is it like there's just like this is the end of the tunnel, or we just can't see anything?
What it is that you're at the end of the tunnel, there's a few feet of extra like stone for you to step on. Then there is a perfect circular dome, and then looking like right off the edge, it is just a deep pit into nothingness, 60 feet in diameter.
Alright, a lot of the players real tempted just to jump in.
I mean, you can. Leah's clearly been impulsive lately. She can push Orin. That's
no,
the
because
theory.
she likes Orange. She doesn't want to hurt Orin.
She can push the Kanku.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna push the Kanku.
Alright, I'll say roll me a charisma check and a strength check. The charisma check is to trick it into getting near the ledge, and then the strength check is to essentially just push it off.
Can they fly?
Charisma
No.
17.
Okay, so you do manage to get it near the edge as you tell it to look over. And your strength check. Okay, it's gonna make its own opposing dexterity check to avoid being pushed off.
Okay, in the case that they fail, I'm gonna cast a feather fall on them as soon as they go over the edge.
Okay.
Just that's a
You can't just explain that to us. You
No,
can't just
I-
say
I-
let's just
no,
feather
as-
fall down.
no. As I'm walking him, I have a hand on his back, and I have on my most like hi, this is my name's Alana. Thank you for calling me, and I'm going to be walking. So, you want to be really great for us? Is if you can just go to this edge and I'll cast Featherfall. It'll be totally okay. So, if you could just go over here and then we're going to just need you to go down. Just a little bit. It won't hurt at all.
What's Featherfall? Okay. And then just goes over to the edge and you try and push it and it's like it's just like backing up.
So, I assume it succeeded.
Roll a 17.
Okay. I'm
You
going to
could-
try to gaslight it.
Huh?
What?
Okay, I did not know that Leah had the spell Gaslight, so you'll have to explain to me what it does.
I know you're messing with me, but I'm going to try to gas. Like, oh my god, why didn't... Well, I said I would cast Firefall. Are you okay? Is something the matter?
Roll a deception check?
It's a 12.
I'll roll insight just to be fair. It just looks to you with like beady little eyes, staring, narrowed. It clearly doesn't trust you.
Yeah, Leah's gonna just shrug and walk away. She doesn't care. It's a fucking bird.
Okay. It's a fucking bird. God damn. Oh my god.
Really? When did our characters switch personality?
Yeah, I was gonna say apparently in the span of
about that earlier.
apparently in the span of a session, what's it called? Leah became the like fuck everything and I'm a burn shit person, and Hannah became the let's talk this out and use our moderation.
Leah,
I mean, also
Leah
to be
flat out was
fair,
like,
Henna keeps stealing barbarian shtick from people.
You know what? Fair.
Leah told y'all she was mentally ill and they're comfortable real quick.
Okay, fair. I'm mentally ill, so I'm gonna commit crimes now.
And she
mean,
just
she
released her
made a
actual
crime?
personality.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm done masking. Time to go.
Leah's in her true form. She has ascended.
Valid? Question mark.
All right. So, what would the two of you like to do? Like, I'll just ask you, like, what is your plan for this? Since,
Since homicide didn't work.
I'll say you can roll a perception check yourself, Alana.
Okay. Okay, and I'm specifically looking for something that will help us.
This is just to take in. This
like,
is to take in the surroundings and see if you might catch anything that's helpful.
It's a 13. It's not better.
13. You notice that there's you notice that periodically around the diameter of the hole, there seems to be some kind of weird bulge, but you can't quite make out what it is. It seems to be rhythmically around. There seems to be about maybe 8 total, but you cannot make out what they are.
Those are the bulges?
They're maybe about a foot in like depth, because the circle is perfect outside of these weird like foot long bulges that are sticking out from it in 8 different points.
It's like, hold on. Oh, I don't have. Oh, MSP.
So does it look like steps? Like a person could stand on it?
No, they seem far too distanced apart to actually be steps. And they all seem to be about the same height.
Okay, that's weird.
If it helps, I'm assuming this is how they're supposed to look.
Yes, that would be. Hold on. Where is that? Oh.
No, more like inverted.
Oh.
Inward. Okay.
Like
So
because
does it
the
look
circle
like
part is the circle part as a whole. The bulges are going inwards, like it almost like
Like little rock outcrops that stick into it.
yeah, some of that. You can't
So
quite
does
tell
it-
what it is, so you don't know if it's a rock outcrop or something. They seem
Does
to be
it
about
kind
a
of
foot
look like do you know how in some like temples they have like those little like pedestals for like statues? Does it look like that? Like, but instead of like it being like a center floor, you said it was domed. Is this like a religious thing?
You don't know. You can try and roll religion.
Yeah, I would like to roll religion. That'd be cool. It's a 17.
17. You think it could be, judging from how it's presented and what it looks like, but you still aren't really sure what the bulges are and have no idea really what the full intent purpose is. Like you don't have anything spelling it out for you, so you aren't sure.
But it looks similar to other religious places I've been in.
Not even close, but you get a feeling that it could be religious.
Okay. And on the little bulbs, there's like no statues or no nothing. It's just they're just blank.
No, like what you're seeing is basically like a foot in length bulge like outside of this like 60-foot diameter ring that sort of just drops down, and each and there's like 8 of them total, and they all like you can't really tell what form they look like. So they might be like statues jutting out of the wall or something, but like small statuettes jutting out of the wall, but you aren't sure.
Okay. So I can't see what's on the things.
No.
Oh.
And we go closer to look at them.
They're about 40 feet in, so do you have a way of doing that?
Have what
Oh
for them?
no, I just realized we never explained to thee who was that voice that we were fucking with Leah.
I did.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
She also knew the entire time.
I am.
Oh, joined us in fucking with Leah. I
Yes.
remember this person.
Oh, hold on. Can I? Okay, so unseen servants. If can, so I can conjure them within 60 feet.
Yeah.
So can I conjure an unseen servant? You said it was 40 feet away. Can I conjure an unseen servant on the closest podium, 40 feet away, that lights a fire? Because it says that the servant can perform simple tasks that a human servant can do, including lighting fires.
Yeah, but it has to actually have something to light on fire. It doesn't it's not magically able to light something on fire.
So if I give it something, will it be able to do that?
If you give it something that's on fire or that can start a fire, yeah, it could be if it's flammable enough.
Okay. Can I light a piece of paper on fire from one of my notebooks, like rip out a piece of paper, light it on fire with prestidigitation, hand it to this unseen servant, and then do it the 40 feet away?
You can ask it to jump down 40 feet away, but if you want to give it the paper, you'll have to spawn it you'll have to either ritual cast it or actual cast it next to you or nearby, and then give it the paper to then let it jump in or something.
Oh, actually, you know what? That's probably better. I should have thought about that before the Kanku. Let's do that.
You want me to give you a suggestion that'll save you a spell slot?
I was gonna just ritual cast it, so it would have been fine.
Well, I mean, there's also one that could save you time too. It's a wonderful cantrip called Mage Hand. It can do all of that, but it's just an invisible hand.
Well, it only goes
And it's
30.
a
It only goes 30 feet.
Yeah.
True, and I don't know if she took the spell sniper feat, which would extend its range.
Yeah.
I don't, but I don't. So let's do the first idea that I was planning to do with the Kanku, but with less homicide. I'm gonna
It's Thomas.
With less possible
I'm
homicide.
No,
I'm
As
gonna
far as you
ritual
know,
cast.
it's less homicide.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna ritual cast unseen servant, cast prestidigitation, rip a piece of paper out, cast prestidigitation, hand the unseen servant the piece of paper, and then have it jump off the cliff.
All right, you guys see this floating piece of paper fall into the pit, and immediately you guys see a bunch of unseen sigils and markings glow with this deep purple energy, and even those like 8 nubs that were invertedly sticking out of the whole glow, and you immediately see the flaming paper disappear.
Do I recognize any of the sigils?
Roll me an Arcana check in the brief moment that they're still glowing. 16.
6.
You are not fully familiar, but you are at least able to gauge that this is conjuration-based magic. These are conjuration-based sigils. What it does specifically, you don't know. But whatever happened, the piece of paper, your unseen servant, mostly, just disappeared.
Can I jot down whatever symbols I'm quickly able to see in my notebook?
I mean, yeah, you can look in your notebook, but you still get the same level of information.
What?
I said you can mark down whatever sigils you saw in your notebook, but you'd still be getting the same information. You still rolled your Arcana check.
No, yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to mark them down for later in
Okay.
case.
Yeah, I get it.
Did Orin happen to look around?
His
I'm
choice.
assuming that he saw all this stuff too.
Yeah, you saw it.
The big glowy stuff. Yeah. Well,
Do you recognize it, Orin?
let's see. I'll roll an Arcana check. That's a 22. Let's see what that does for Orin.
You rolled a 22 for Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, from your time visiting Highmore to dealing with Enoch and his ramblings and talking about random stuff at any given time while on the road, you are able to gauge that this is some kind of relatively short-range teleportation spell. At least short-range in the sense that it's not going to likely take you halfway across the world, but it will likely take you somewhere nearby-ish, within a few miles, maybe.
Wait. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm thinking.
Yeah, so does that mean there's an active teleportation spell in the chamber?
As far as Orin is aware, yes.
I will relay this information to Leah.
Leah will jot down in her notebook teleportation spell, look into later, ask Orin to teach. Orin, his new best friend.
Aw.
Hannah, kick to the curb, Orin, new buddy.
Oh, Henna's a totally different. There's a totally different thing with Henna.
I know, it's like sisters or something like that, so yeah, don't worry.
It is the bond
Roundhouse.
forged in being chased by a 6'4" Enoch.
They're
No,
down.
he was 6'6".
Mhm.
Well, I mean, yes, that is how this started.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it really did. Started with chaos, continues with chaos.
That's yeah. They'll never be bored.
Hmm.
So she'll jot that down. And so I'm gonna ask Orin, I guess, because he's the master now. Is it an active teleportation spell?
I mean, we saw it activate.
With your 22 Arcana, you are aware that it activates when a creature's in the chasm.
Leah's gonna turn to the fucking kangaroo and be like, "Eh?"
What did you say?
Let's just. Here's what we'll do, okay? What we'll do. We'll all group up. I'll cast Featherfall. Leah, if that runs out and nothing's happened, you cast yours, and we'll just do that until something.
Yep. All right, let's do that.
But
She's gonna.
assuming it works just by going into it, we should end up if this is how they got out of here, whatever happened to them. I'm assuming we'll be okay. We'll end up somewhere. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, I wouldn't assume someone would set this thing up to be a death trap.
Sure, assume that all you like.
Leah's gonna fully trust Orin on this. She's gonna climb onto Gaston's back, and she's going to gesture for Gaston to hold out his elbows for Jimmy and Orin.
All right, they do, and
So this is how the rest of the party dies.
yeah. This is actually the trap. So yeah, are you all jumping off?
There's no way to. Okay, wait. First, is there a way to is there rocks we can grab to climb down, or is it just completely smooth?
Completely smooth.
Damn it. Okay. We'll aim for one of the nubs, the bulgers, whatever you want to call them,
Sure.
because that's where the servant was when it got done.
What? That's a deep ass pothole, my guy.
It's more like a sinkhole.
A nightmare. Okay, yeah. So you aim for one of the nubs, and I want to know, is Orin and Leah jumping off?
Okay. No, that wouldn't fit her character. Never mind. Yeah, she's gonna go with Gaston.
Okay. So I wanna hear you guys say it. Are you jumping off into this endless, bottomless chasm?
I don't know.
You have to know
Or
to make the
you aren't.
decision.
Yes.
Okay. So you jump off. Are you casting Featherfall or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I'll cast it first, and then me and Leah will just back and forth it until.
Okay. You cast Featherfall, and slowly everyone's falling. The Kenkus are holding on to
One
Gaston.
detail.
Yeah, and don't worry, I know. You're also going to have to roll a Wild Magic Surge, Orin.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking. I
Roll the
hate
D100.
y'all.
You made the decision to be the one to cast it. Leah could have.
Here's the good news: you get your Tides of Chaos back for
You
later.
do? What did you roll? 80. Which one is that?
I don't know, and I'm
I've got
scared
it up
to-
right here. That's perfect.
What do you roll?
What?
He gets the illusory butterflies and flower petals.
Oh, you know what? That's nice. So as you're falling, you see little Orin, you see like a gust of wind like sort of lift everyone up as like they're being lifted up, but with this gust of wind you see like little blue crystalline icy butterflies and flower petals dancing through the air as they're falling.
41 would have been so much funnier.
I was waiting for him to nuke everybody middle of the air.
No, 41 he would have turned into a potted plant.
No, I know that. That'd have been really funny, but I meant more so it would have been funny. It's just like, okay, we jump off. I'm gonna cast Featherfall. Just spontaneously combusts.
True, a fireball centered on himself would have also been pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. So you
Yo.
go down, and as you're falling, eventually you feel a
Yeah,
rush
I
of
can
magic,
see it.
and you are now on a cliff overlooking a very dark, very ominously beautiful looking city.
So it's dark?
I mean dark in the sense of like eerie. You see like little purple lights coming, like showing up here and there. There's definitely vibrancy and life going on. You can hear some noise off in the distance coming from it. But and it's light enough for you guys to see like some of the buildings and whatnot, like that are attached and like the stalagmites and like the varying levels of it. But it's not like bright day, and there are like a bunch of glowing mushrooms that are giving off some light as well, like gigantic ones that give off a decent amount of light. It is something completely different to what you guys have ever experienced. It looks so alien in nature.
Does anybody know where we are? He asks.
As we will cut over back to the rest of the group. By this point, all of you have been taken to some kind of prison or cell. You can only tell because you hear the clanking of metal and something walking. But as that happens, you also see, just before that happens, you see someone remove the blindfolds and manacles and all of your equipment from each of you. Henny, you get to keep your loot though.
Yay.
Like your stuff was already taken from you, but like yeah, now you're basically they took all of your clothing as well, and left you with just basic rags, like just simple burlap rags. Even you, Henna, they took your clothing. Like someone came and just like changed you, or let you change, and then took your clothes. And yeah, basically you guys have nothing and are stuck in some cells now.
Hmm.
Looking around you, over off to your right. Sorry, over off to your right. Dragnir, you see a figure also chained up to one of the walls. Unlike you guys, they are actually chained up to the wall and are look tired and a little worn out. They seem to be like hiding underneath some stuff, but yeah. As would you like to describe yourself?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh.
Sure.
You're currently chained up to a wall in some rags, but would you like to describe yourself? What they see?
Yeah, sure. So, you would see, oh gosh.
You see nothing. You're all blind.
A woman, with really dark black hair and, tanned, almost, like, sun-kissed burnt skin. Like, it has, like, a, like, pinkness to it. And she just wearing like black clothing. Yeah. That she's pretty bare.
Yeah, you just see this very tired, sort of shook-looking tiefling, or sorry, yeah, sorry, a human woman, half-orc, whatever you are. I really had to check your race.
Huh?
I really have to
she's
check
human.
Yeah, human. Sorry, okay. You're still choosing. So yeah, human. Dark skin and yeah. You see that person next to you, and yeah, you see these individuals brought into the cells next to you. One of them is a blue-skinned woman, white hair that sort of drifts with the wind. This half-elven girl, pretty short, for some reason has a lute with her, some kind of instrument. This human-looking man, roughly, 5'8", pretty burly and very Nordic-looking. Sort of looks like a Viking. As well as what looks to be some kind of young adult merfolk or Triton. And he's also definitely got some really cracked out eyes. Gonna straight up say that.
Oh boy.
Are we all
As for
in
the
like
blue-
the same cell, or are we in?
No,
like,
you're in separate cells, but your cells are next to each other. I'll say that Enoch's cell is between Bora and Henna. And yeah.
Also, bear in mind the blue woman is very tall.
Yeah, she's
Yes.
she's somewhere about 6'4".
Oh yeah, no. She's not.
exactly.
Mm.
I mean, she's not short. She's like 5'8",
Yeah.
but definitely not
Okay, so
tall.
she's She's the same height as Drenger.
Yeah, yeah, the human guy you can gauge they're about the same height as him. Yeah, you see these people brought in, and the human man and the blue-skinned woman, as well as the young Triton, all look relatively bruised and beat up. Like, not as if they've gone through torture, but more so just, beaten. But the half wood elven girl looks, for the most part, pretty pristine. In fact, she doesn't have a single bruise on her.
Lucky.
The human man does look very angry, though.
Yeah. And I assume the blue woman also looks very, very
Yeah,
angry.
understandably.
Yeah, I assume that the blue woman is also very angry.
I actually don't have a proper word to describe how Bora looks right now.
I would assume abject rage / depression.
Enoch is just sitting there.
Shock?
I think the best way to describe how Bora looks is she's calculating, so she's like acknowledging people are there, but she's also not.
Okay, she's got a 1,000-yard stare, to say the least. What's Enoch doing or saying?
Enoch is kind of taking stock of his cell. Oh, not bad, not bad. I haven't had digs like these in years. Ying could live in a place like this. He's going to, pick up a rock or... Is there a rock big enough he could, kind of do chalk drawing on the wall kind of thing?
There's a large dead cockroach in your cell, so you can use that.
Perfect. Yes, he will squish that with his thumb and begin to draw, a window on one wall, a little flower pot on another, kind of making his own arrangements in the room using the guts of the cockroach, and when that runs out, his own blood.
Oh my god.
Sure. Yeah, you see this teenage Triton just sort of decapitate this giant cockroach, smear its guts all over the wall in a painting fashion, and then just nick himself on a sharp rock and just smear it all over the walls with an abject look of joy on his face. Enoch, roll me a D100. Okay. Yeah.
I can't say I've ever seen anyone
Oh,
snap that fast.
I was gonna say, you want to Tides of Chaos that? Okay, roll.
Okay.
Alright.
I guess I could luck point it, but do I want to waste a luck point?
Your choice.
I kind of
Do it.
I'm gonna luck point it as well.
Sure. Roll again. Wow, you are the farthest away. This is the worst thing you've ever drawn, Enoch.
Oh, that hit to my head must have done more than I thought. Perhaps I'll have to touch it up later when I get some better ingredients.
Are there any simple tools I could use in my room?
From what you can see, nothing generally. You find some pebbles and nothing really all that sharp. Enoch has a slightly sharp rock, but you're also not really chained up or anything. You're not tied up with ropes or anything.
Oh, I don't mean something for a weapon. I mean something to use as a lever.
I get it.
I'm going to make a fulcrum, and you already know what I'm doing. I told you what I'm going to do.
Yeah, for what you're looking for, no, you can't find anything like that in the cell. There's not really a bed or anything. There's not even really a cot. It's just a stone ground that you guys have.
I see him looking around.
Yeah, you can see him looking around while you're
Just
chained up.
kind of tied to the wall. Kind of yeah, they don't really give us do much with. I don't think you're gonna have much luck.
You will hear a voice in your head say, "Watch me."
You hear a voice back. Saying, alright, I'll watch.
Yeah, weirdly enough, Drengnir, as you connect with this person, it's a lot easier than you were expecting. Easier than most normal people. As it feels like it's almost a two-way open channel.
This could be useful for later acknowledgments. But for now, I'm focusing on getting the hell out of this small little room and finding my shit.
Alright. Yeah, so you guys stay there. Like, unless somebody has anything that they want to do specifically, because I will say that there's nothing in the room that looks like it can be used as a tool for prying purposes or used as a weapon. The closest thing is Henna's loot.
Is there no kind of is there a kind of window in the cell, like one of the high up kind of little slots you'll sometimes see in dungeon type?
No. There's like the grates between. Like it's one of those like cell doors that has like the gaps between like the half-inch gaps. But that's about it. There's no windows connecting and like to look outside on the other end in your cells. You guys
So-
just
Enoch,
hear general
just for the hell of it,
footsteps.
will extendo leg himself where he's like nearly touching the ceiling as he kind of inspects the ceiling very closely.
Sure,
Oh,
you see
not
the
bad.
clammy legs of this teenage Triton just elongate as he's now like slumped over the ceiling, like just sort of almost touching it.
Okay, that's really all Enoch has to do in this situation. Unless I start throwing around spells, but I don't think I can do that without focus.
I mean, Enoch, clearly there's a new person here to speak of the great prophecy and or, you know.
No.
I mean, of course, but there's plenty of time for that.
Fair enough.
He's got to prepare the speech properly to introduce her to the queen.
Alright.
I mean, Drenger is
few
going to be
questions.
looking for purchase for the door.
One, you said that I was next to Enoch.
Yeah.
If I
You're in
really
this.
wanted to, would I be able to reach his cell?
I'll say no because the cells like while the front cell door has this sort of half-inch gap, the cells between you only have like little like air holes that you guys can hear each other and like peek and see each other barely through. So that's how you've been able to notice each other. But yeah.
All right,
So-
that's good enough for what I want to do. I want to start to unstring my loop
All
and
right.
just take the two thickest strings off
Okay.
and feed one of them into Enoch's cell for him to use as he pleases.
Sure. Enoch.
Pleases is terrifying.
Enoch, you now have a wire.
Hey,
Sorry, you now have a wire clearly used for dental floss.
you think Enoch flosses?
Looks at his teeth, pure gingivitis.
Hedda wants to knock on the wall and try and like see if he can see her and like mime strangling someone and then do maybe hands.
Sure. Enoch, roll me insight. Hannah, roll me performance.
Please, charades, don't fail me now.
Fails you.
Okay. So I needed you guys to get within 5 of each other for Enoch to understand. So Enoch, you understand. The queen wants you to strangle someone.
Get
Oh,
what you're
I
saying,
am suddenly
queen.
terrified for myself.
Unfortunately, your character can't see Enoch and Hannah doing this, so you know.
Yeah, she doesn't know. I'm terrified for her.
Oh no, wait, I'm a Triton. That doesn't even affect a Triton, so never mind. That doesn't matter. Okay.
You know what
Hold
you
on.
need? You need to turn into Butterknock.
Yes. We'll just punch
I mean, if you allow me to cast spells with like subtle spell or something without my focus, I'm about to start popping off with random shit.
I mean, if there's a spell that only requires verbal and somatic, or verbal or somatic, then you don't need a material component, so you don't need your your staff or anything.
I mean,
Like
Yes.
as long as it does not require the material component, then you can cast any spell with your subtle spell.
oh, is that the case?
Yeah,
I
that's how it
actually have
works.
quite
You-
a lot of them.
When you only
Yeah,
need the
we
spell,
had a
you
very
only
long conversation about this.
yeah, I was gonna say you only need the spell casting focus to essentially
Place material.
exchange for material
Yeah.
components that don't require gold or are hyper specific for a certain spell.
I can cast most of my
She's
spells.
Interesting. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you've tried and it hasn't really ended with great results.
Yeah. I'm sure I've also tried a wild shape, and that also did not turn
Yeah,
out
you
well.
figured out that whatever manacles are on you are stopping you from
Jerks.
changing.
Oh, this is a terrible idea.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Enoch looked
I had-
over at Henna, and he, like, taps his head like, oh, I know what you're thinking, my queen. Enoch needs to ponder thinking caps so he can come up with the right way out of this mess. He's going to cast Crown of Madness on himself.
Yes. Yes. Now,
Just know your queen has utmost faith in you.
let's see if that faith is well placed. This is going to be the gamble. Roll race. Hopefully you get the slime race. And roll, wild magic
Rolling the
surge. See
full
what happens.
surge here.
What was that?
I'm gonna roll the full surge here, and we're gonna see what we end up with that. And then we're
Yeah,
gonna
that'll
figure out
be-
what happens when Enoch wears a crown of madness.
Nice.
All right,
It's a
that is
9,000. Those are tricky.
9403. That's the 9,000s. Oh boy.
I'm gonna have to constantly remind myself that I chose hard mode.
You did. I gave you the option.
Give me the choice of which group I'd show up with.
Right now, you could have been with Orin and Leo with your full gear, all that nice shit. You stayed. You are now in a cell with a wild surging Enoch.
I mean, it was a questionable choice you made.
But in line with the
Listen,
group.
You're about
was
to be in a cell
prescribed.
with a very, very angry man.
All right. So what? What race?
So, Rune, I'm gonna send this to you, and you decide exactly where the supply is, because this could go a lot of different directions in my mind.
Sure.
Oh God.
That's never
Think he
good.
likes it.
Halfling.
Oh boy. So let me see.
Can I, like,
Wow,
does this
that-
apply to everyone here, since
Okay,
I'm
I'm going
technically
to need you to roll on the race table 3 more times.
Alright.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh my God.
3 more times?
Oh,
or
no.
four
Sorry,
more
four,
times?
four. Sorry,
No,
4 more
that's-
times.
Oh, you already.
No.
I'll say it's just the full 4.
No,
So
no.
roll the
Maybe.
race thing 4 more times, and let's see the result for thing. I will say the first one will be Henna, second Drengnir, third Bora, and fourth the random individual in the cell.
No.
Oh, shit, that's what I wanted to do.
No.
The correct answer is yes.
This better be fucking temporary, Rune.
If I get taller, I'm gonna be upset.
Hold on. I need to list this out in order here. Enoch has turned into. Wait, seriously?
What did he turn into?
Is he the same?
Nothing. He's the exact same as he was before,
No.
just older.
Everyone else changed.
Oh my!
He is really old now. You just like watch as he ages like 50 years in a second.
Henna, you watch through the cell as Enoch goes from this vibrant, young, broad-chested, Triton man to this crippling old Triton man whose scales are falling off.
What the fuck?
Do we like to mime, "Are you okay?"
And you see an iron crown form around his head.
Rune, who was number 1?
First was Henna.
Orange eyebrow.
Henna.
Henna. You grow horns and hooves as you turn into a minotaur.
Oh my God.
Henna,
Alright, number 2.
Henna, you are now a 7-foot tall female minotaur.
No, I don't want to be big.
Alright, who's number 2?
Number 2 was Drengnir.
Drengnir. You're an air genasi, so you just look similar to Bora, but
Hey,
Who's
really
three?
is moving up in the world.
Bora.
Interesting. Bora's third.
She's dream
Bora.
genasi.
You're just a half elf now.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to say Bora. Bora. I'm
Such mild rolls.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Why always
Bora.
get such mild
No,
rolls?
I was gonna say
Well,
Bora.
The last person, if they change, they're a wood elf.
Yeah. The last person is a wood elf?
Yes.
Okay. So, Bora. You now look exactly like Karila.
Yay! Just a little confused.
Yeah. You look at yourself and then you're like, what? And then you just look at the markings on your skin and it's exactly hers and you're like, this is all types of weird.
Very much so.
Draenir,
Now-
you look like you do normally, except with blue skin and the Air Genasi markings and with white hair.
I'm literally just gonna start singing "Blue" by Eiffel 65.
In character. The person in the cell, you feel yourself get a little thinner, and you feel your ears extend weirdly.
Okay.
Feels like your ears are tickling a bit.
Okay.
Alright.
But do I look different?
That, oh my god, I love how that Henna's the only one who got the weirdest result.
I
I'm
can't
very
believe out of
upset right now.
everything on this fucking table, I rolled like the three most mild results outside of Henna, and somehow Enoch gets the exact same one.
That is
Four
just
out of five
pure
of these
beauty.
results, not much change. Henna,
Wait,
you
Now,
have
the ultimate question here is,
changed.
what happens when Enoch puts on a crown of madness?
I do have a
Becomes
question
sane.
though. Since I look exactly like Karila, am I her size or am I still 6'4"?
You're her size.
Awesome.
Wait. Is she her size in all aspects?
That's
That's a hyper specific thing. Yes.
It's gonna really
Yay!
suck.
Bora's going to just pause, look down, hold her arms up and cheer. I have boobs!
Okay. You guys hear from the cells around you someone scream, "I have boobs."
When do we figure out Karilla was set to be executed today?
I mean, y'all also
Sorry,
hear.
are you okay over there? I don't.
I also assume
Henna
Henna's just crying out in despair.
Henna
Are you
is
guys
enraged.
okay?
Am I
There's
still
never
mute?
been anyone like torturing people down here. I don't understand.
No, they're torturing a cow.
What?
We hear angry lowing.
Oh my god. That
Being enraged, I would like to attempt to break out of my cell and break into Enoch's and stomp on him. This is my next goal.
roll me a strength check, Leah. Sorry, Henna, you still keep your stats.
Oh, I am also going to attempt
Damn
to
it.
break
All
out
right,
of myself.
you bang on the walls screaming and cussing.
I can't. I'm still mute, right?
Oh yeah, so you just bang on the
It
cell.
just sounds like a cow.
She's a mute minotaur, so you're just banging on the wall as you guys hear like just banging, and that's it, because you guys can't even hear her weep.
Now, Rune, what happens when Enoch puts the crown of madness on, so we know? all
What
future
does the
reps
spell
will.
do? Because I think it has. Oh right, it casts this thing.
I mean, I'm talking more thematically, but it was mechanically nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, mechanically
just
nothing
basically
happens.
attack the nearest thing. general, which-
Thematically, he puts it on, and really nothing happens.
He's just sitting there,
Darn, I
like,
thought it would make
nodding
him
his
sing.
head while
Yeah.
probably, I don't know, would
You-
a Triton grow something of a beard?
Yeah, he can grow a beard. Like, they have hair, so yeah, you can
It's
grow a
just
beard.
made out of seaweed.
Now, the biggest question is, what time of day is it? Is it, like,
You do
morning?
not know. It is you've been walking for a few hours. You don't know when you woke up. And you do not see the sun, so you cannot tell.
But remember, Enoch has a wild magic surge where he loses all his hair in the mornings and it grows back to full size by noon.
Oh, right. Right, so...
Is he a bald Triton?
Yeah, he's a bald Triton right now. A bald
Okay,
old man
that's-
Triton.
That's all I need to know. He like rubs his chin, kind of in the thinking pose, like, "Oh yes."
So I
that
want you
has-
guys. Okay, so basically, right now he looks like a wrinklier version of Professor Xavier with like tealish skin and scales.
Oh,
Does
I think
Professor
I've-
Xavier have a beard?
What was that? No, he doesn't. Like all his hair goes away. Remember?
No.
Enoch has the perfect plan now. He wants to use this string to make like. I'm trying to think of like make a small like stick figure like construct who can help unlock all the cages.
You know what? Roll the D100. See if you can manage to form this into what you need.
Can I also begin trying to shake my door out of its hinges like I said I wanted to?
Roll me a strength check, Grinder.
I'm not the best at these.
It's just verbal and somatic.
I mean, maybe we switch back because I rolled.
Yeah, somatic and verbal.
Let's make sure you're not rolling an alarm.
14. You shake as you might, but you're not able to yank it off its hinges or do much to it at all.
Now see, if I got to use athletics, that would have been too higher and would have also been a 16.
Well,
Yeah, unfortunately,
Enoch
this
will
is straight
once
strength.
again-
This isn't an athletic feat. This is just pure trying to rip something out of a wall.
But I can't do anything straight.
That was a good try, but it was an 18 in the end. I tied to chaos distance. I got that back.
Alright. I mean, you can always choose to drop Crown Manus, cast it again, and see what happens.
Oh Christ!
I won't put everyone through that quite yet. There's still plenty
I
of
mean, to
time
be fair,
and spells
this is.
to be had
I
left.
was gonna say, to be fair, all you did was just an aesthetic effect. It didn't really do much against or for the party. Like you made
Sorry,
Henna
is
sick.
anyone in my cell with me? I missed that part.
What was that?
Is anyone in here with me specifically?
No, they're. You hear it
Okay.
from the other cells, like
Okay.
around you, and you can move around in your own cell like enough that you can peer through and
Not
see.
much though, because I'm tied to the wall.
Yeah, but you can. Yeah, still, but.
Enoch
people
will hand
like that.
Hannah back the
Yeah, some people sure, but like
We don't kink shame in this party.
Mhm.
I mean,
she's not into
I would
it.
say otherwise, but
We constantly kink shame Bora. What are you talking about?
No, we don't kink shame.
Is
We
Bora's
pick on
kink
Bora
ass?
for her kinks, and we beige shame.
Yeah. Beige people have no rights.
Enoch is gonna hand back.
What's he not gonna do?
Enoch is going to hand back the string shape, which is an 18 after all said and done.
Alright.
So, however good that turned out, if he can't pass it through the little thing, he'd like to like stretch his leg outside one of the bars and like extend it to where it's able to hand it back into the cell next to him.
Sure. Henna, you see the slimy foot enter your cell from the
Henna
front
would,
door
like,
and
if
drop
you-
off a little wire string puppet in your cell.
Henna would like to kick him with her hoop. 'Cause she-
Fine, make me an unarmed attack.
I will say after Bora realizes she's her sister, she will just sit down in a corner of her cell and start to meditate
Okay.
and try to think clearly.
Alright, you do that. Henna, you try and kick the leg, but the leg is too slippery and slips out of the cell before you can kick at it, so you just end up kicking the the cell door, and you hear, "Stop it over there, you!" So yeah.
I would like to begin my charade game at the closed door.
Sure, you just start charadesing at the door.
I'm in rage.
Alright.
Pop twice for yes, once for no.
You guys hear stomping coming from down the hall. That's about it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, so back to Orin and Leah. I almost said Horan.
Wow. Wow. See, we're beige shaming. That's
Actually,
not
no.
doing it.
Honestly, my brain was thinking simultaneously Henna and Orin, which just combined the word into Horan.
I mean,
Well,
maybe
now we know
don't
what
know
Oren's
he did
goals
up-
are.
Yeah.
We don't know what he got up to in his village.
Raid's
Yeah.
not here yet. We can't find out.
Yeah, not yet. We're not allowed to find out until Creed shows up. But yeah. So, back to Orin and Leah and their rescue party. You're overlooking this city. What do you want to do with no clear direction in mind and possibility that they've been brought to the city but not knowing where?
What do the people in the city look like? Are they drows? Are they all humans? Like what?
They are drow, and you can see a few people chained up and like led by chains, so you can assume slaves.
Wait, so the drows are chained, or the drows are
No,
like
no.
leading the people?
Anything that is not a drow is chained up. The drows are not chained, and yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm a wood elf, and I think that's like I think drows are a sort of elf, right? They're just dark elves.
They're dark elves, yeah.
Okay. Do I know anything about drows?
Roll me a history check.
Can I do it with advantage because I'm an elf?
No.
Fuck. That's
Nice try.
9.
Drow. There are two types: the evil kind, and the ones who generally live above ground. That is it.
Oh.
As far as you know.
Well, it's pretty obvious what kind of drows they are now. Okay. Do I know what a typical you know what? Fuck it. Hold on. Alana's gonna Google drow.
You don't want to go down that rabbit hole, trust me.
So they just look like elves that just have dark skin and white hair, right?
Yeah, black, like ebony
And
skin,
red eyes.
Ebony or purple skin, red or white eyes, and white hair. Or purple hair.
And I would know that, right?
Yeah, you've seen Drow before above ground.
I'm going to cast. Hold on. Sound image of image of an object. Can I cast minor illusion on myself to make myself look like just change my hair color and skin tone? Or is that disguise self?
That's disguise self.
I'd
You'd
say
have to
disguise self.
you'd have to basically cast minor illusion every 6 seconds to what's it called keep the disguise up, and that seems like a very inefficient way and a pretty good way to get yourself caught.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
I'm gonna turn to Orin, be like, "Can you disguise your Orin's some type of elf, right?
He's a
Like
half
a
high
half
elf.
elf?
He's half high elf, I believe.
Oh, good, even better. Because drows are high elves, right?
No, Drow are their own thing.
They're two separate
They're-
sub-races.
But he has pointed ears, right?
He has slightly pointed ears.
So I'm gonna turn to Orin and be like, "Can you disguise yourself as a drow?"
I'm gonna give you a no, because I doubt it.
Here's the
You
thing.
hot no.
Orin only has damage spells.
Okay, what do they
Orin
look like they're
doesn't
chained
think
up
he
with?
punches.
Sorry, what were you saying?
What does it look like they're chained up with? Does it look like there's different things? Like some people are tied up in ropes, some people are tied up in chains. Like what does it look like?
Most, as far as you can see, manacles and actual chains.
Can I turn to Sir Dilf and ask him if he has chains on him?
No. What kind of deviant do you think I am?
Again, gonna turn to Dilf and be like, "Listen, we had a discussion about this. Deviancy is not a bad thing if it's used in a consensual context. We're gonna have to talk about this."
Right. Right.
And then I guess, I don't know, I'm gonna... Fuck. Okay. I'm definitely gonna disguise myself as a drow. So disguise self. I'm gonna cast that.
Okay. Alright.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to explain that I would... So before I cast that, because it only lasts an hour, I'm going to explain to Orin, the Kenkus, Jimmy, and Gaston, I think I should tie you up and ask. And because it looks like none of you can disguise yourselves, and then just walk around with you guys tied up.
Are we about to cause an international incident?
Roll a charisma check.
A what check?
Persuasion check.
Charisma.
Persuasion, sorry.
Charisma, yes.
Porisma, yes.
What?
Porin, use a
What is she, a
charisma check.
tabaxi?
Okay, with your 4 persuasion, because I assume you don't have proficiency in persuasion, you look to all of them, and they really do not like this idea.
Wait, was I
you can
supposed to
tell.
do a persuasion or a charisma roll?
I said persuasion.
Oh, well, I did a charisma roll, so
I mean-
I don't know what it was. A
what's-
3, so
Okay, so it
a
would've
3 plus
3
persuasion.
plus
What's my
3, so it
persuasion?
would have been 6. Except
I have a 1 persuasion.
you have a 1 persuasion, so yeah, that still would have been the same.
It would have
thing.
been 4, so. So how badly do these Cancus not listen to me, the stupid motherfuckers?
It is not my fault you are not persuasive, and you have not offered the thing that they will listen to the most.
Yeah, I genuinely don't care. They're fucking birds.
You'll care if
Okay.
we ever have to go anywhere on a boat.
I will literally just kill something and pray Osbella doesn't kill me while she tries to kill you guys.
Also, I did send you some information that will probably be helpful. Don't tell Rune I'm helping.
Did you? Oh, you did. You did send me information. I didn't even see that.
Don't tell Rune I'm helping.
Oh, that's actually super good
Not
to know.
even deafened.
He's
Yeah.
also not in the room.
So
Actually, he is.
So Leah, it doesn't look like you're really winning them over with this plan.
Well, then, wait. So who am I not winning over? Does it also look like I'm not winning over the non-NPC Orin?
That's up to Orin to decide, but at least
That's what I'm asking. Orin.
Sir Dilf, Jimmy, and the 2 Kenkus seem like they think that this is a bad idea.
That's fine. Dilf will listen to me regardless. So I'm not really concerned about him. Jimmy is new and expendable at this point. I haven't developed an emotional connection with him, and I don't like the Cancus. So it's up to
Oh,
Orin.
what is
Got Jimmy
expendable?
here.
You're the
God damn!
A child you kidnapped is expendable?
He's in his 20s. He's not a child.
Compared to you, he is.
Like,
I have the life experience of a 20-year-old.
personality.
I've been around for 120, but I have the life experience of a 20-year-old. Technically, he has more life experience than me. It's fine.
Does he though?
We'll find out if he's not dead by the end of this.
Wow.
I thought he was like 13 or 14.
No, he
Come on,
was
Enoch
26,
hasn't even
right?
met the guy yet. Enoch can make him a very useful member of our party. Just give him a chance.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Leah. That does not sound like the most reliable plan.
Okay, so then what do you think?
Well, you turned out to be pretty sneaky, right? Maybe we can just find some. Just throwing words out. Sewer, great. Sneak into the city, find them. I would assume they're some kind of prison. If they're here. If not, can stage a breakout and at least cause something to happen.
The party's in the other castle.
As you guys, as you're saying that, Orin, you guys see an arrow land at your feet. I'd stand right where you are if I were you.
Oh, God,
Make
stop.
another move, and you're not gonna be seeing the light of day.
You
Am I,
listen to the
I'm a growl
meme.
at this point.
Yes!
I'm a
What-
drow at this point, right? Who the fuck spoke?
You hear the voice
Drow.
coming from. You hear the voice coming from maybe like 60 feet away, as you see like a figure off in the distance, like on a ledge, and seems to be pointing some kind of arrow above at you. Throw your weapons on the ground. Any other movements and you'll be considered hostile. Now.
Not gonna lie, that accent does something for me.
Now combine that with Sir Dilf and then you've really got issues.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Then we're in trouble.
Oh no.
Got it. Australian DILF.
Yeah.
Wait,
Good
wait.
eye.
I have to hear this. Please do Australia Dilf with his helmet on.
Okay.
Please.
Oh my god.
Okay, give me a moment. This is gonna be a challenge for me. Give me a moment.
No!
Good eye! How are you doing?
Oh!
Move once and I'll show you! You long-lipped baby looking cunt!
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Oh. See what you've attached yourself to now?
Yeah, okay. That was something.
As Alana got flashbacks to some kind of Nam war.
Yeah, Alana had Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah.
Okay. So ruins absolutely ruined Australia for me.
I didn't ruin it. They're the ones who brought up the idea of that. Also, it'll probably be like a few sessions and then it'll probably be back to whatever kink you have for Australian accents.
We can invite Milton to
Oh,
the
no.
conversation at some point.
Okay, so wait, does the dude look like a drow?
Clearly, yes.
Nah, he's a tabaxi.
It's actually a gnome.
You want to know what, Samus? Hey, fuck off.
What's
Fine.
up?
Okay.
Goddamn.
That is my.
Can I do it? Wait, does it look like he just saw us, or did he watch us appear?
You don't know. He only revealed his presence now.
All right, well then I'm gonna stay as a drow, and I'm just kind of fade into the background of the others. Can I do a stealth and hide behind Gaston?
Sure, roll me a stealth check.
Am I lightly obscured because I'm behind Hassan?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Thank you for humoring me. That still did not work. It was a 9. But I do my best.
Are you, little lady?
Little lighty. See, it's not fun when you said that, but also like, wow, yeah, okay.
And here I thought it was ruined.
Oh God.
Would you like to meet one of my Australian friends?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you might have to introduce Alana to them.
I mean, I have
that would be
Australian friends
wonderful.
too, but I don't think you're their type.
That's fine.
I mean, honestly, it would just be
Alright.
fun to watch.
Okay.
Drop your weapons now, all of you.
I don't have weapons.
He's looking to, like, Sir Dilf and stuff. Sir Dilf is just, like, doing a defensive pose, like, looking to you.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do.
Initiate
They're
combat.
gonna drop their weapons. I'm gonna have Dilf drop it and instruct. And can I do a sleight of hand, put my small knife into the back of Sir Dilf's, like, pants?
Sure, roll me a sleight of hand check.
The Sir Dilf's like, hang on to that for me.
You used all your good sleight of hand last week.
Yeah.
I did.
So you're trying to slide it, and the dude shoots an arrow and shoots the dagger out of your hand.
And here I was hoping you were
Not my
going to
dagger.
stab
I
Sir Dilf in
didn't
the
get my
ass.
dagger. I did a small knife.
Sorry, a small knife.
My dagger I have concealed.
Your small knife. Sorry.
Yeah.
Here, I was hoping you stabbed Sir Dilf in the ass. That would have been funny too.
That would've been very
Natural one, just immediately right up the pucker.
I mean, honestly, I think it'd be a little funnier if she had succeeded and Dilf was just walking around clenching his cheeks.
Yeah, just fully tight.
She had a knife.
Anything
That's
can
not
be a
my
weapon.
mom, sir.
Even anything can be a weapon, even your cheeks.
Well, now we know.
You
how
know, I
Sir
gotta
Dilf
respect
can
the.
thunderclap.
You know, I gotta respect the cake and the hustle.
Oh my god.
Sardell
Alright.
has cantrip thunderclap.
He learns Thunderclap just that spell.
Is there only the one person there? Is there like
as far as
perception
you-
check we can do?
As far as you can see.
Is the rescue party getting getting abducted too?
Can I tell Sir Dilf to make a distraction so that I can run into the city disguised as a drow?
Sure. I'm gonna need you, Leah, to roll me a d20.
Okay.
I'm going to say 15 and higher will be he does something smart. 14 and lower will be an interesting your group decision level in idea.
It's a 19, baby.
Okay. He's like, I'm a messenger here from one of the upper kingdoms. I've come to parley.
And as he does that, I want the distraction, and I want to. I don't want to slip away so that they're out of sight, because I want to watch them. I just want to slip away.
Okay, roll a stealth check. I'll say because he's noticed you, it's gonna be a straight roll.
That's fine. That's a 10.
Okay. You can see that he's tracking you with his eyes. All right. I'm gonna roll a persuasion check for Gaston to see if he can get us going.
John, baby, I'm proud of you.
And who are they?
Leah does love her daddy.
Yeah.
Daddy? Sorry. Daddy?
Daddy, sorry.
Daddy, sorry.
You see him think for a moment.
Get here so we can do that joke for Orin.
Oh yeah,
Really, man?
I guarantee we introduce Creed. That's going to happen 3 times in one session.
Yeah.
Punish me, daddy. I've been bad.
God.
The last time, and forgive me, Father, I have sinned.
All right.
Larry.
You see the drow sort of say, all right. Take 3 steps to the left and go down that rock formation. Get over to that plateau now.
Is he talking just to Dilf or to everybody?
Everybody.
Okay. That does what he says.
Yeah, Leah sees him tracking her, so she's gonna follow.
All right. So you follow and go down the rock formations and eventually go down the cliff. All right. So you're here to parlay. I need one of you to roll me a d100.
You want to do it, Warren? You want me to do it?
No, I mean anybody in the group.
Oh, can I want to.
Take your pick.
What? New person.
Okay.
Let me fuck shit up. Let's go.
Oh.
Whoa!
19.
Why do you keep doing that?
You know?
Because he's my sibling.
Yeah.
And because you react, it's funny.
God. Okay. Huh. You know, this isn't what I had in mind. When they said that they were going to be sending a representative of theirs.
Yo!
All right. And you, he just looks at you, Leah. Don't try and Don't try and flatter yourself. We already know where you are.
Leah's gonna kind of like stick her nose up in the air and then just cancel the delusion.
Okay. All right. Sorry for the little bit of the rough introduction, but yeah, no, that's all that counts, right? Nobody's hurt.
Hey, how old is he?
Looks to be maybe somewhere in his 200s, maybe closer to 300s.
Daddy.
So having a midlife crisis. Got it.
Not really. He's more like
Quietly call him daddy.
equivalent. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I just, for the sake of respect, I did not reply to it, but yes, she did. The guy, if human, would be equivalent to around early 30s.
That's fine. You want to know what? Sometimes older is better.
I think we figured that out with this party.
I mean, she travels around with like a 64-year-old man she calls daddy.
Yeah.
Oh, she doesn't call him daddy. She calls him Gaston.
Yeah, she calls him Gaston, but she says, I wanted you to be my father.
Anna calls him the Dilf Daddy.
Yeah, and so does Bora.
we just
Laura's done it once.
Bora kind of associates him with Dilf Daddy once, and now he's just, fucker.
God. Okay. Alright, so yeah. The guy says, alright, well, House Donvery invites you to come over as our honored guests. And starts leading you into the city.
Oh, you know what? Orin is gonna, since he seems in a friendlier mood now, Orin's gonna speak up and say, inform him that some compatriots of ours seem to have gotten into some altercation, and if he would happen to know anything of lists lists their races and genders that might have come in through her.
He just sort of looks at you and gives you a sort of like sly grin, and he says, I'll look into it.
You've doomed us, Orin.
You really have. You've
Don't
doomed all
worry,
of us.
those races won't be inside the.
Yeah, they won't be there.
I mean, there will be a half elf.
There will be, yeah.
I mean, there will be a half-elf, but I'm pretty sure Orin gave a description of Henna, so...
No, the way he described it, he would just said a half elf woman.
Oh yeah, true. You know what? He might have doomed just Bora.
Well, I guess we get to see Daddy Creed sooner than expected.
Well, I'm sure you folks haven't been here before, so, what do you think of our little slice of paradise?
Can I do some type of like perception / history / insight check on what is the correct response in that situation?
Roll me a history check.
Why am I rolling so bad today?
Because
So-
you used all your good rules last week.
You swear you know this. You've done stuff with your family before, you know, and then you're like, oh god, I really wasn't paying attention to any of the etiquette lessons and stuff like that.
Fully gonna remain silent, does not want to embarrass herself.
Yeah.
Why?
Strong silent type, I like
I've
it.
seen before. Oh, okay.
You? Looks to you, Warren.
Why do I keep
Wait, he was talking specifically to Leah?
No, he's just looking at everybody. The Kenkus are silent. What's it called? Like, he was looking over the Kenkus first. They were saying nothing. Looked to Jimmy. Jimmy looks uncomfortable, like almost constipated. Then he looked to you, and you said nothing. Then he's looking over to Orin now.
No, he didn't say anything.
There you go. And then looks over to Sir Dilf, and Sir Dilf says, where you call home is very lovely. It has a lot of unique and exotic fungi and flora. We do not have luminescent plant life such as this where we come from, so it is a treat for the eyes. Wow, judging from your appearance, I thought you would have been the strong silent type.
Would have been the what?
The strong
He would've been the
silent type.
type.
I'm
It's
curious,
okay.
why haven't you been wearing
Random
the
NPC, you should hear him talk with his helmet on.
Yeah. the guy was literally just saying, I'm curious, why do you have the helmet if you don't wear it? And you're just like, I preferred to show my face for our meeting. He's like, I see. Well, let's get you to where you need to go, and I'll look into those missing compatriots of yours. Wouldn't want anything untoward happening to any of them. Any of them.
You've just killed me.
Sly grin, slightly vanillous attitude, and Australian accent.
What was that?
Didn't know I had a I said sly grin, slightly villainous attitude, and
It's something that it's something that you didn't know.
Australian
You
accent was all I
Yeah.
heard.
yeah.
fully did not know I had a type. Super good to know.
Now you
Yeah.
do.
Glad we all learned that on the fly.
Apparently, Australian bad boys are your thing.
That's fun. Well,
I mean,
bad people.
understandably.
Hello.
Like, come on.
Gender is a construct.
Hey, Rune, I have a bit of a question for those in the cells right now.
Yeah.
Oh
Was
boy.
the guy watching over us one of the people who was, like, guiding us here?
Nope.
Okay. At some point, Enoch would still like to make a plea to the prisoner for some art supplies so he can start doing portraits in his free time. He'll
Well-
even offer to do one for the guardsman.
Oh no.
Summon
roll
another
a
angel.
persuasion check.
Do I have a Tides of Chaos going? Yeah, I already
You
used
did.
Tides of
You already
Chaos.
did. So unless you
Yeah,
want to cast a
yeah.
spell before you do this.
Hey,
Hey,
I can't cast Bless on myself.
I was gonna say, if you want, you can cast Bless on yourself. It'll
I
give
don't
you.
necessarily need it. It's a 21.
All right, if you're sure about that.
Well, I can't cast Bless on myself because it requires holy water. So
It
I
requires
would
what?
love to make some holy water, but I don't know that I've had time to do that.
Oh yeah.
Can I give him a bardic inspiration just for?
Sure, you can look through the cell after your anger has died down a little bit and give him a bardic inspiration. You feel the queen's presence.
Grumpy, but there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you feel the queen's loving presence near you, Enoch, and you feel like you can do anything.
That would be a
Nice.
27 then.
Okay, 27. They say, you know what? A kid did need a little bit of a portrait. It's their birthday and I forgot to get them something. You know, go for it. He just brings you a little piece of parchment and like a few colored inks.
Oh, thank you. So I guess Enoch will do his portrait first. Then he will begin working.
Oh, and by the
on
way,
it.
if you don't
Or-
make this
actually,
good enough, I'm gonna give
Bora's
you
going
like
to
30
speak
lashes.
up when she hears him agree. She's going to say, I had some paint already in my supplies. You can grab that for him if you want.
That's all right. We got something around here.
Oh, dick.
Driven mad by the power of Blossom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah!
Rather than magically becoming whatever he actually paints.
Mm.
Can Henna try to mind persuade the guard to go get Enoch's own paints for him?
Roll persuasion disadvantage.
2 seconds.
17, okay. He looks at you and you're trying to mime this and he's like, "Why, who the hell are you?" What the fuck?
Just kind of
When did your
shrug.
furry ass get in that cell? He's just gonna run off, like, completely forgetting about the Enoch thing now at this point, and he's gonna go...
As he's running, I want to call out in giant and belittle his manhood.
Oh.
Sure, roll a persuasion check, see how deep this cuts.
Would that be intimidation?
No.
16. Maybe it hurt him, maybe it didn't, you don't know. But at this point, he's definitely taken note that the half-elven woman who was in the cell is not there and is now replaced by a minotaur.
I would like to
Oh no,
start
her
picking
spell of
my
disguise
side
self
organ.
wore off.
Did Enoch get paint supplies or not? You said they brought it to him, right?
No, I said that they were going
No, it was
to.
forgotten.
Then Bora and Henna intervened. They passed by Henna's cell when they were going to yours. Saw that she was a minotaur, and he's now fucked off to go do something else. Very likely, probably make this process very interesting, since he now sees that the prisoners that were here are no longer here.
I would like to start
Prisoners
picking
are here no
myself
more.
Again.
Look,
Well-
the half
now
elf
it is
girl is still
different
there.
people.
Sorry, what
I
did
don't
you
know what you're
what
talking
did
about.
what did you want to do, Amy?
I want to start kicking myself door then as soon as he started running.
Sure, roll me a strength check.
Please, please, please.
I don't like this. I don't.
I'm going to try to
15.
shake my door off of its hinges too.
Sure, strength check as well, but I'll say that this is the checks you're gonna guys have for the next few hours. Okay.
I'm okay with this.
You guys are able
Laura just goes back to meditating.
you guys are able to like shake it and loosen its grating from the wall a little bit. With given enough time, you might be able to break the door off its hinges, but by that I mean it might take like a few weeks of doing this constantly.
Ugh.
Well, since Enoch didn't get his art supplies, is there like dirt lying around on the ground, things like that?
Yeah, there's some dust that you can collect.
I see. Enoch will make a dust bunny sculpture.
Sure, roll me a D100.
I think after a while, Bora would just start going through her regular prayers.
Garbage, absolutely fucking garbage, Enoch. You hate yourself for it. You're no artist.
Oh, this won't do. This is an actual bunny. Didn't want a bunny, I wanted a rabbit.
I wanted a jackalope.
I wanted a chupacabra.
Yeah, what did what was Bora doing?
She just started going through her regular prayers.
There's
But
only
this time
one
she's like
here.
actively mumbling them out loud so people know she's
Turning
not
into
paying
a
attention.
cleric.
Hmm.
She's always been religious?
Oh, wait a second. Okay. No, that would be weird. I don't think that would work. Darn. I had an idea, but the material component really gets in the way of it unless I'm
Dabby
greasy enough
McCrackhands?
already to cast grease.
Casts grease, immediately changes, becomes Butterknock simultaneously.
I mean, I would love that, but
Do it.
I require just a bit of something butter-like or animal fat-like, and I don't know where I'm gonna get that in this case unless that cockroach had enough fat in it.
I mean, it just says, does it say a certain amount, or does it just say a bit of animal fat?
It literally says a bit of pork rind or butter. That's all
Oh,
it says.
pork rind or butter. Yeah, for now you're gonna have to
Would
wait
long
until you can
pig
get a...
count?
Was what?
Would long pig count?
No, not
Long
person.
pig?
Person. It's
People.
human. No, it would not count. No
My
cannibalism.
sibling has a very, very, very dark sense of humor.
Yeah.
Welcome to the party.
Mhm.
Hi.
Uh,
Hello.
so yeah, no, you don't have any of your supplies. I mean, again, you can just cast Crown of Madness again if you just want to go for another Chaos Burst.
Do it.
I do. I just want to be a little tactful and have it be a little bit different. I mean, technically,
Is
I
that
could
your
just at
only
any
spell that
point.
doesn't have material components?
Oh no, I've got tons of spells that don't require material components. I could have chaos bolted the locks off the doors here in time.
I could have blown open the cell doors at any moment, but no.
I can't cast my spells, but you sure as hell can.
Yeah, like, trust me, if I really wanted to get out of here, I would have could have
Yeah.
already. That's
If I
not
wanted to
an Enoch
actually-
thing to do.
If I wanted to actually free us and not play Enoch, then I would have done it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay, so getting out isn't high on your list of priorities. But what about getting closer to Henna?
Yeah, what about getting to the Queen?
It is, but he has to do it in the most Enoch way possible. And I
True.
think right now, he's got to go through an Iroh arc and get buff.
Okay, so
Yeah, see,
Bora.
you want another wire? I have more.
So Bora, while you're looking over at your next cell, you immediately see Enoch doing push-ups and like hanging upside down from the ceiling, but there's no rail. He's just hanging upside down from the ceiling and doing like pull-up sit-ups.
I am going to critique his form.
How much space do I have in this cell?
Enough for a full Iroh workout.
I want to say I cast Expeditious Retreat on myself and begin doing like micro laps and like just moving my feet back and forth.
Okay,
as fast
so
as possible.
Bora, Enoch at super speed is currently doing like I can't remember the term, but like when you run back and forth like super quickly,
Suicides.
Suicide?
Yeah, suicides. There we go. Yeah, he's just doing suicides right now.
Pacer test?
No, not that.
Pacer test.
God.
Yeah,
Imagine that. You guys just hear
Laura's going
beep,
to just
beep, beep, and then immediately just
silently
like, oh
watch
god, no.
And then just critically say, your form is all wrong, and you're actually going to damage your musculature
You know what?
more.
I'm gonna
if
say
you keep
roll
doing that.
me an athletics check, Enoch. Also, roll me the wild magic surge.
There was the athletics. I already rolled the wild magic. I'm trying to see what it is.
I mean, if you want, you can use your Taz of Chaos since you got that back.
Okay.
Your choice. I think I'm gonna run.
Once again, I'll let you determine how this works.
Send
whether
it to
affects
me.
Our situation or not. because
Send it to me.
I
I
think this
I'm
would
gonna
not.
need to see.
It's an odd one for sure, but
The pacer test.
Pacer test just hits.
Graham Pacer test.
and now he is a shifter. So now he just has really
Interesting.
he just has a really thick mane of hair at this point. He's
Yeah,
got like
it's- I was gonna say it
bare
doesn't. It
hair
doesn't.
and a mane.
Enoch. Sorry, Magnus. That specific place that we've been talking about. Yeah, that's gonna affect it.
Okay, so that would be considered his home. That's what I was thinking. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure since Enoch both has a home and has no home.
Yeah, he is both a wanderer, a nomad, and also has a home technically. But yeah, so you you do your pacer tests back and forth. You seem to be building up momentum.
Bora is criticizing everything he's doing.
He's got okay form. It's not terrible actually. He's doing better the more you're talking.
Like, it sounds harsh, but she's genuinely trying to
Yeah.
help him.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Anna has no knowledge of this. And just
Weirdly,
impressed.
yeah, I was gonna say he's picking up pace, but he's not quite at white cat speed.
So
Yeah.
Can you imagine Hannah's just hearing her just critically go like, you're going to hurt yourself, stop it. You're doing everything wrong.
Oh,
But I need to get a
surely.
here, my queen.
Yeah, but do it like this so you don't hurt yourself.
Mhm.
You just call Bora.
At this
Yeah,
point,
wait. Yeah,
Is that-
wait.
wait, who's saying
That
that? I
was
thought that was
Bora.
Hannah. Okay, never mind.
what's
well,
up?
it doesn't change what he says. He still said the queen.
Yeah, Bora's now the
He's going to
queen.
be very confused.
Yeah,
It's fine.
Anna
I'm
has
very
what the fuck
confused.
hands going on.
yeah. What's called?
I just love the fact that who wakes up, there's new people in the cells, and this is what she's woken up to.
Yeah, she's woken up to this, and then eventually you hear like constant steps sound like somebody's running back and forth.
Uh-huh. And now she feels funny.
But yeah, around this point, you guys see a female drow, in very fine clothing, approaching the cells, flanked by that sort of warped, shadowy figure that you guys fought against. Sends you, random human woman in the cell.
Random human woman, hi.
I didn't fight against anyone.
I mean-
I'm instantly gonna start calling him all of the foulest names and belittling that Shadow Man's courage.
Sure, roll a persuasion.
In every possible language I know.
Alright.
He won't be phased.
It doesn't look like he is acknowledging you at all. The woman steps up and then she just sort of looks around at all of you. Like, she passes by each of your cells and looking at each of you. And then she just sort of whispers something to the shadowy figure, who's looking at each of you very confused.
I would like to start miming, trying to ask again.
Ask what?
Miming about trying to ask about the voice again.
Sure, roll me a performance check.
What Would it be a disadvantage because she's a minotaur?
No, it's still performance. Okay.
It's charades, of course. It's a good performance.
Yeah, clearly she's going to be the greatest charader alive. Not the greatest bard alive, the greatest charader alive.
You just need
Just
to become a
for
mime.
Giggles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, she's gonna become the greatest mime. We are in Fantasy France.
Just for grins and giggles, roll a performance and tell yourself you're singing that song you sang for the dragon.
No.
Do it.
I just want to see if it works.
Alright. Alright, I'm gonna sing.
Go to the Great White Dragon.
The only time you can sing, you have no voice.
You finally, Henna, you finally figured out that song. You finally figured out the exact notes to sing, and you can't.
I'm very upset right now. I'm like triply upset. But anyway,
Just
I'm trying to find out about the voice.
yeah, they seem to look at you and they seem to look at each other, and then they say, the drow woman, in her fine regalia says, "What's happened to? Oh, sorry, God, I have to. Okay, let me take this for a moment. What happened to all of you?"
Oh, we're gonna just point
Hello.
Oh,
to Enoch.
Yeah, I'm gonna. We're all just gonna kind of do that one.
Enoch
We're
is
gonna do
still
nothing,
doing
'cause I
laps in
don't-
his cell.
What was that?
Enoch is definitely still doing laps in his cell.
Yeah, they see him just running back and forth. Right?
Gregor's just gonna be sitting there saying all of the angriest things he can to the shadow dude.
She just sort of looks you up and down, Henna. And then she's gonna go over to the cell and to another cell and look over at you, random human woman in cell.
I hope I never get to say my name. I'm just always random human.
Yeah, forever.
You will now be known as Runak.
You will now be known as Barthalat, Destroyer of Worlds.
Good.
Love it. Love that. Great.
I love that for me.
Runak. Yeah.
But yeah, they looked at both of you and she was, I want that one and the Minotaur out. Bring them to my site. Quickly now. And she just walks off.
Enoch
And
just
that's-
looks over and says, "Oh,
Good
don't
at
worry,
it.
my queen. I'll be there as soon as I bulk up."
You see him
I would
gain.
like to very
as-
hastily shove the other wire.
Sure, you shove the other wire back into Enoch's cell. As you're leaving, you see him bulk up by 1%.
Level up.
Yeah, you literally see his muscle mass grow just slightly, then compress back.
I
Please
have
tell
one
me it
question.
plays the Final Fantasy level up tone.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the victory fanfare. That's when you finish a battle.
Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Joke's on you, this is Enoch. He flipped the sound effect, so now the victory theme plays whenever he levels up.
Yeah, that's true.
Valid,
Why
he is
would
like
it
an
be the
interlude.
correct thing? Come on.
Mm.
Enoch is kind of the enemy of existence, so yeah, I can see it being victory fanfare for when he bulks up.
Alright. As you guys are being taken away simultaneously after a few minutes, somewhere,
Went
Ren-
even further.
random
Good call.
random human woman and Henna,
Uh-huh.
you both hear little whispers in the back of your head. Different from each other.
What? Oh, I want to know what mine are. Is it the same
Henna.
thing as what-
You hear,
Oh, I hate that.
greatness.
My guy, you are cutting out.
Okay, the voice says,
It's great, but also cannot hear.
yeah, okay, the voice says, like, in a whispered, like, multiple, like, almost ethereal voice, join me. And then a few seconds later, greatness.
I'm going to just start nodding again.
You just start frying. You just see the Minotaur next to you. As you only know them as a Minotaur, random human woman, because you've only seen them as a Minotaur.
Wait. Does the Minotaur henna have a scar on its throat?
Yes. And you see her nodding her head, but while this is happening, random human woman you hear. Cleanse. Like just sort of reverberating, echoing in the back of your head.
Hey, I hate that.
You did this to yourself.
I did.
We've been here before. Multiple times. Multiple times.
I did it again.
You did do it again. You played yourself.
I am complaining to myself.
No, I said you
shall
played
be
yourself.
Here again.
Yeah. Alright. So yeah, that's what you two hear as you are taken in chains through the city streets. Through the city streets of this very beautiful, like in a haunting way looking Drow city with its tight elven spires and lanterns with this dim flickering purple flame. It almost has a slight bit of coziness to it, but also you can definitely feel just danger. What was that?
Henna's gonna like really look around, trying to find the origin of voice.
You look around and still can't find it.
I want. But I wanna. I want so many things.
I wanna. Alright. Leah, Oren, as you guys are traveling through this city with this semi-chatty drow, roll me a perception check, both of you.
Two people you've never seen before in your life.
Yeah. You see two people and then Enoch sprinting behind them at top speed with a buff body.
But Enoch's not the shape they would know at this point.
But I'm pretty sure they'd be able to tell it's him because he's gonna be like 9 feet tall.
Mm.
He would suddenly have
Just
like,
extendo leg running. What did Oren roll?
5.
Alright.
I got a 5.
Alright, yeah, no, I heard. Leah, as you're walking, eventually you, while passing by, you hear in Undercommon, someone say, yeah, I got a good look at the prisoners. They were fucking weird. Like, one of them's just sprinting back and forth. Whatever, we're gonna have to sell them off soon enough. The Flame Baker will get them soon enough, so we won't have to worry about whatever is going on with them. Though I did try and get a paint from one of them before I left. It was well, at least I wanted to. Apparently they just escaped or something. It's getting weird.
From that, do I need to do another perception check to make sure that I know that it's the people that I associate with, or can I just, from the it's fucking weird and I got a painting, can I just be like, oh, it's Enoch?
I was gonna say that's up to you as Leah. Like, with that information, do you think she can make that connection?
How many paintings has Leah actively seen? I'm trying to think if she's actively
She has seen him paint a lot, and she knows that her group is very weird.
Yeah, she's gonna assume that's her group then.
Yeah, I'm not going to like ham-fist it and be like, no, you wouldn't know. It's like, I mean, your group is very unique. Let's say that.
It would be weirder if you didn't think that was probably Enoch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it'd be scarier if you didn't think it was Enoch.
That one. It would be scarier. Far scarier.
Hmm.
I overhear that from somebody walking.
Yeah, just walking up the road alongside where you guys are walking, but then splits off. Like he's talking
Where
with
did they come from?
he's talking with like two other people. They were walking maybe like 3 feet away from you off to your guys' right, and were taking the same like path on the road that you were, and then turned right on a straight.
So wait, they. I'm trying to figure this out. Are we walking towards where they came from, or
No, you guys are walking we're walking in the same direction, and then they split off from you. So it looks like you are walking in a direction that is opposite from where they are coming.
And they said that they just came from the prisoners?
One of them said that, yeah. The other two seemed like they were being told a story.
Hey, how hard do you have to hit somebody to knock them unconscious?
With like 400 pounds of kinetic energy, or in layman's terms, 1 Dragnar.
Look, if you hit the temple just perfectly, you can knock someone out.
Here's the thing.
Really easily.
Here's the thing. If you want to do it to a basic commoner, I mean, just punch them and hope for the best. Or in Leah's case, hit them with the pommel of her dagger. What do you want to do? Do you want to knock yourself out? Orin? The Kenkus?
No, I'm trying to figure out how to get away from the sexy Australian dude.
Too much sex appeal, too much Australian.
You know what you gotta do is...
What's up?
Wait, what was that?
I just said too much sex appeal, too much Australian.
Too much sex appeal. Needs to be unconscious. Cannot speak.
Yeah. Must not be allowed to talk.
I don't know. Fuck. Can I cast? No, it's gonna be too sus. I'm gonna tell Orin. I'm gonna throw this on Orin.
I'm gonna throw this on her. I'm gonna knock Orin out.
No, I'm not gonna knock Orin out. I'm gonna tell Orin. Oh fuck! Wait, hold on. Orin speaks Celestial.
He does.
I'm gonna whisper to Orin in Celestial just in case we're overheard what I just overheard in Undercommon.
Alright. As you're speaking in Celestial, Leah, you see the sexy Australian drow guy look over to you.
Leah's gonna just raise an eyebrow at him.
You know, it's really rude to be speaking about people when they're right there next to you. As he just continues walking.
Rude to eavesdrop.
Henna
That's her
certainly
response.
just
It's
like
rude to
gets the
eavesdrop.
tingles of someone who feels the same way she does. Just suddenly, she gets like a warm feeling and be like, someone understands.
Are you talking about Leah, or are you talking about the drow guy?
The drow guy, because they're always talking in Celestial around Henna, and
Yeah,
Henna just
fair.
like one of the few people who don't know it.
Fair.
Okay, Henna, I got you.
Leah's gonna just look at him and be like, it's rude to eavesdrop.
He just sort of like gives you like a very soft grin and just continues walking.
Yeah, Alana has a very different reaction to that than Leah does.
What's Alana's reaction? Sweaty?
Leah's just kind of like, Jesus fucking Christ, don't listen to my conversation.
No, I said, what's Alana's reaction? Sweaty?
Oh, Alana, if a 30-year-old fucking Australian man that's like kind of like dark looking and like vaguely villainous smirks and gives her a small grin, Alana's gonna have a very different reaction. She's gonna be very like, okay, maybe it's date time. Leah's gonna be like annoyed.
Maybe I will take you out on a date and, you know, see how the
Destined to
goes.
be together?
I need someone to take me out.
Yeah.
I mean, with a
Like,
sniper rifle or to dinner.
We just
Speaking of
had
dinner,
a
our
Yeah, I
lover
know.
just summoned us.
Yeah. By the way, okay, so you you continue on. As clearly now sexy drow Australian man will be added to the party.
honestly, I really did consider.
Oh my god, food is actually here.
What's up?
Father just summoned us.
Dad got his food.
Okay.
I didn't hear that part.
All right. But yeah. So what is
Wait, hold on. I wanted to ask Orin what he wants to do. Like, what is, like, does he want to do something to the drow and then go the opposite way and go get our people from the cells, or?
We know
We're in the middle of the street, aren't we?
You're in the middle of the street, yes, in broad daylight.
Not stopped us before.
Orin out here with that cold hard logic.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the real question is, do you think you have the luck of Leah?
Yeah, like that hasn't stopped me before. In broad daylight, I stole 200 pounds and then fucking killed 3 healing kits and drove a man crazy.
200 pound.
Euro pounds. Euro pounds.
I'd like to point out that there's a non-zero
Whoever's
chance you could
wheezing
literally
free.
just tell the guy and he may help get us out, but it might make it worse at the same time. There's no way to know that.
Wait, hold on.
Well,
What would be Rune, what would be a counter to so if I tried to persuade somebody, what would they have to roll in order to be persuaded?
They wouldn't have to roll anything, you just have to roll a decent enough persuasion.
Okay, fine, I'll walk up to the guy and be like, can you take us to the prisons? We want to see the prisons.
Okay. Better roll in
Per
that
Roll-
regulation of selling people who live on this surface world, we need to see the prisons.
Yeah. Roll me a persuasion check, Leah.
You fuck it, I'm using my...
Oh god.
Fuck it, I'm using that fucking 19 port and roll.
Okay.
No, it's 18? 18, yeah, I'm
18,
using that
so
18.
so it's now 19. Okay.
And this is why you can't separate Leah and Henna. Because Leah makes choices, and Henna somehow covers for them.
You know what? Let's have a bit of fun with this. Okay. So he just sort of like stops for a moment in the middle of the street, contemplates for a moment. Because you now notice that while you guys were walking on the street, that others were walking the same direction, and they seem to be like sort of escorting you now at this point. He just sort of thinks for a moment and he says, you know what? I don't have to be the one to take the rest of you, but you got your meeting with a mistress. So how about this? I'm willing to take you, and only you, points to Yulia, to the prisons and see what you want to see. As long as you'll go on a date with me after. It just gives you a very genuine grin.
You just made brother choke.
Leah's full on not gonna fucking at all think of that. She's gonna be like, oh, okay, like, just for dinner? Free dinner, sure.
I was literally trying to swallow some calzone.
Good. I almost Good. I almost killed you. I almost killed you. That was the closest I will ever get to killing you.
Yeah, as close as anybody will get.
So yeah, he's like, wonderful. Boys, take the rest of them to mistress. I will. Well, I guess I gotta go take this young woman to the cells. Come on.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
The
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
cells.
Yeah.
One of
hear-
the empty ones first.
Yeah, you some of them snicker a bit and like giggle, like just to sort of laugh a bit, and one of them just sort of shakes his head, just like a oh god
Are they
kind of
eight?
reaction. And the few drow that are like now around on the street, just like some of them start escorting the rest of you. Sir Dilf looks like he's about to do something, and he's just like stopping and waiting, and he just like, all right, and he just continues on, looking unhappy. Kenku's look nervous, young Jimmy looks nervous, and you are taken with them, Orin. As now the party's been split into the people in the cells, Henna and the random woman separated, Orin with the NPCs, and Leah by herself.
Now,
You've
How
heard
bad would
about
it be
splitting
if
the
we broke
party,
out of
but have you
prison
heard about
before they got
splitting
there?
the split?
Yeah, have you heard about splitting the split of the split? You guys have now been sectioned off into quarters at this point.
How bad would it be if we broke out before she got here?
It would be amazing. It's just like, take me to the cells and nobody's there. Oh well, I guess we're going to dinner anyways.
As I've said, I can basically break the lock at any point. Now, whether that leads to freedom is another question.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Whenever Enoch decides he wants out, he has a way.
Hmm.
Your queen has been taken.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been taken, but she seemed to be going willingly.
I mean, she'll always be taken. That's just how the prophecy works. She needs to go through these trials and tribulations before she gets to the chosen one.
She just each.
I like how I swear that Enoch's eventual plan for the queen and like his prophecy is just to turn her into like the anime fantasy trope, like the what's it called, the isekai fantasy trope of just the demon king / queen.
Gone from the cult of Hinako to now she's fucking Princess Peach.
Apparently.
Queen is in another castle.
Oh my god, we have to find the Italian champion.
Oh,
It's a me.
The Italian queen.
It's a me, the champion.
It's Princess Peach with an Italian accent.
Just straight up Henna has an Italian accent now.
She got tired, so she went and saved herself.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to roll another teleport wild magic surge to get Enoch out of here.
I would imagine it's the exact same one where it's just like you're teleported to the top of the nearest mountain, and it's just like, oh my god, we're here again.
The exact same mountain that I
Yeah.
teleported to before. at this
Yeah,
point.
like you're in the exact same place. It's like, oh my god, we're here again. We're just looping. But yeah, so Leah goes off. Oh boy, this is fun. All right, back to Henna and random woman
Random woman.
who is
yeah.
yet unnamed.
the best part about this, like, even if I wanted to know,
Yeah, you can't ask her.
yeah, I'm mute. Like, I don't have anything for that.
Yeah, I guess that's the amazing part about it. So yeah,
I just need a solid few hours without all of this to give Henna the ability to speak again. I've got the perfect plan for it.
Oh, no.
rolls a wild magic
Let's
surge
call
that
and
like
forsake another god.
Look, the queen will put her faith in you yet again, despite all odds.
It's going to require everyone's help to make sure that it goes through, but it's foolproof.
Mhm.
Okay.
What do you want me to do? Cut her throat open?
Again?
Again?
It's already been cut
Yeah.
open.
No, what we have to do is we have to do microsurgery on her throat to fix it.
Did you almost say microbiology on her throat?
Yes, I basically was 90% of the way there.
I'll give you a hint on his plans. It involves sock puppets, so...
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I
my
just
God.
realized he creates living sock puppets for Henna.
I will give you all of the bardic inspiration.
Alright, so
See, Rune, your brain did that somewhere different than mine did. Mine had Enoch turning Henna into a Muppet.
oh my god. She speaks whenever somebody puts a hand up her spine.
Oh god.
Oh no.
No, I don't want the hand. No, I don't want it.
As I now have to create a Muppet race.
I don't want it.
Henna, your race has changed from half elf to Muppet. Alright, so Henna and Random Woman, you guys are being escorted and eventually come to this very lavish, massive spired manor within this city that looks very, very heavily guarded. You see at least maybe close to 100 male drow just guarding this place. And you are let in and are taken to... You guys are split up at this point. Random Woman, you are taken to a room and given some basic clothing to wear, like basic leather shirts and whatnot. It's not leather armor, but it's still like at least something dark. It's very much in the style of this city, very dark, like spiderwebby, like little purple jewels here and there, and dark like black-ish leather armor or leather clothing. And Hannah, you are taken somewhere, and they essentially just give you a full mani-pedi bath, everything.
What?
Are they gonna paint her hooves?
I'm gonna make sure she's all clean and ready for the state fair.
Yeah, no.
Oh no!
Weirdly enough, as you're like about to be like cleaned up and whatnot, this individual in like robes, speaking in a language you do not understand, which infuriates you more as you remember all your the conversations with your friends that you cannot understand, comes up and casts something, and you are back to your normal form, and then they just walk out.
Enoch does not like this person.
This person must die. But yeah, you are in your actual form, and they give you like the full mani-pedis. They paint your nails. They give you like a long drawn out bath, so on and so forth. Random woman, you are waiting for like 3 hours in this room.
I hate it.
They're
Are
like
they still manacles?
You're still manacled at your hands and feet. But like you can still move it enough
They
that
know
like
better.
you can still move it enough. There's like a little tea set that's there that has some tea, and there's like a couch that you can relax on, and there's like a little novella off to the side.
Fermented mushroom wine, anybody?
Treating their prisoners
No,
right.
egg wine.
But yeah, you just get like everything done. Your hair is styled perfectly. You're given like makeup and so on and so forth.
Oh god, is she a drow god?
And they even give you like some strings to replace the ones on your lute.
This feels
The
right
one
to
she
me.
took off herself.
This feels right to me.
you are
That is just willingly
Little does she know
accepting.
she's getting pampered to be a sacrifice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like one of these moments of, oh yes, you're being pampered because you're a sacrifice.
I mean,
As-
Boy,
Am
am
I
I glad.
happy?
but Henna, you are being treated as justly as you deserve.
indeed.
They're actually treated like the queen. Let's go.
I do want to just point out for brevity's sake in the future, at some point Enoch will ask the kind man who watches over them what the queen has been guided to do, as it is a little soon in the prophecy for these actions.
Oh god.
the man says, I don't know. Just go back to running your laps or whatever.
He's over there like, we have royalty?
And I will continue to just insult these people as best I can anytime I see them.
Sure. Most of them don't seem phased. Some of them seem to shrink a little bit. There's this like one overweight, like portly drow, like who's completely bald and has got like a bit of a like soul patch. He seems super confident and just doesn't give a flying fuck about any of your statements.
And he is going to bear the brunt of all of my roasting,
Yeah, and he doesn't seem phased.
which makes me want to roast him all the harder till he understands the folly of taking away my stuff.
Behold, my
Mhm.
stuff.
Behold,
stuff.
my stuff.
Enoch will start doing some mad crunches to get those abs going.
Are we sure Enoch isn't becoming Orin?
Clearly. So yeah. Weirdly enough, that all happens. Leah, eventually you are taken to the cell, like the prisons, and the individual like asks for a description of who you're trying to find. Do you give it to them?
They're not there.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna give a full. I'm going to recite every fucking physical, emotional, and like thing I've observed of each of the party members. But,
So
like,
you
none of
want
the
to give?
crimes or
Okay, so I want to
personal
ask
shit.
you. You're giving a psychological, physical, patterned, and weakness profile of each of your party members.
No, not weaknesses. I'm just giving a full psychological and physical, like, evaluation of each person.
That's good. Enoch has no weaknesses, so you wouldn't need
Fair enough. I was gonna say, so you're giving a psychological.
I was gonna say you're gonna ruin my plans.
Okay, so psychological and physical descriptions.
Yes.
Okay, this should be fun. As they now know the psychology of Enoch, Bora, Henna, and that's
A
it.
very little bit of Dringar that she's gotten to see.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really,
Anger
honestly,
and
it
shit.
really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's like-
Hey, Rune, do me a favor real quick and give me a psychological description of Enoch.
What do I?
Same.
Okay, do you know the plot graph of like not even the plot graph, the rotation color wheel where it's just like every color simultaneously and like every shade, and then like the closer you get to the center, it's like pure white. Yeah, that's basically the closest thing to a psychological profile of Enoch, of literally just everything and nothing simultaneously.
Exactly.
So what this guy is getting is that Leah travels with just pure
Madmen.
insanity all around.
All right. I'll say that after about 20 minutes of speaking and looking, one of them is brought out. That being Enoch.
Oh no.
What if it isn't the scholar?
The person who brought him is like, it's like the same pork-bellied, like bald drow from before. It's like, yeah, we got him. Only one that matched the description. Wait, so we just brought him in. Just go for it. Like, just let me know when you're done with him so I can take him back to his cell.
Leah's gonna sigh and just like look over Enoch's new form and be like, "Hello, Enoch."
How's it going? This place isn't too bad. The cells here are nice and comfy. Could do with a few more eggs, though.
I think you should offer the guards some eggs. It's nice to treat your hosts with respect.
Oh, apologies. I don't believe I have any eggs on me.
That's fine,
They
Enoch.
took all my eggs from me.
Thanks.
They took his bag of eggs.
Oh no, not the bag.
Enoch, where's the queen?
Oh, they took her away here about, what, like 30, 45 minutes ago at this point? Do you have
About an hour ago, yeah.
2 wags of a chicken.
Oh my god. Enoch also speaks Celestial, right?
Yes.
As far as Leah is concerned, he at least understands how to read it. Or at least he might have been fucking with Leah because she still has only ever encountered him doing it the one time, and all he wrote down was eggs, but he might just know the word eggs for every written language ever.
Okay, then I guess I'm gonna just speak in Celestial. Enoch, are you supposed to be without the queen?
Or it's nice when I'm beside her, but, she has her own life to live. It's almost time. Enoch will be there soon anyways. Like, looks down at freckles on his wrist as if he's looking at a wristwatch.
Jesus Christ.
It's about time that I joined her soon enough anyway.
Then I guess I'll ask where, Bora and who?
Dregnar.
Well, Dregnar. I like Dregnar because he helped me psychologically torture the shopkeep.
I mean-
yeah,
Yeah, your choice.
I would assume I know Dregnar's name, right?
Yeah, he's mentioned it. You've heard his name.
Yeah, so then I'd ask him where Dregnar and Bora are.
Oh, they're just back that way. They got accommodations just as nice as I did.
I feel like at this point you would hear the growling and screaming of a bear as I'm getting angry at being locked in a cage.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you hear something along the lines, like, off in the distance, "You fat fuck, why can't you get it through your thick fucking skull that you are worthless?"
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna. Well, Enoch said he'd listen to the scholar, right?
No.
I mean,
Yeah, Enoch is Enoch.
Probably,
He listens as much as Enoch normally would.
Well, yeah. Like, if I ask him, like, "Hey, can you bring me Dragnor and Bora?" Would like do I need to roll like 17 different like persuasion checks and just hope for the best?
I mean, probably not. He would just lead you to where they are.
Yeah. Then that's what I'm like. Hey, can you like where are Bora and
Oh,
Dragnar?
of course. Right this way.
the guard comes back and just like cuffs Enoch and leads you guys to the cells.
I want to say Enoch is like actively leading them, trying to like one up the guard and leading them
Sure.
back to the cells as he's.
Sure, it's almost become like a half race. Like they're almost at an almost racing pace, both trying to like be in front of the other. But you guys eventually get to the cells, and you see an Air Genasi version of Dringnir and Bora's sister.
But taller.
Did she meet her sister?
Yeah. Have I seen her sister?
Sorry,
I
then
would
yeah,
hope
you
so.
haven't. No, I don't think Leah met her sister. So yeah, no, what you see in front of you is a half-elven woman who seems to be checking out her own chest and has strange blue markings on her.
Let me see if
Oh
I
wait,
have a
do I
picture.
recognize the Markins? Oh wait, no, they're not. I wouldn't recognize Markins because it's her sister's Markins.
You can tell that they're Genasi-ish.
Oh. Oh, this is. You want to know what this is a great time for? Me to practice my Orin.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Bora and be like, "Hello, who are you?" in Orin.
Who's gonna just look up and say, "It's me," in Orin.
See, now the funny part is,
just kind of look at you and be like, I mean, has her voice changed?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, so she's gonna just look at you and be like, doesn't answer my question. In Orin.
Like even Dragnar's voice changed.
She's gonna just give out a sigh and say, "It's me, Bora. I just Enoch did something, and now I look exactly like my sister. They took away everything we have, even the sending stone. I don't have my stick. I'm going to do a little something when they try to take me. So if you could find out where our things are, that would be amazing." Just all in Orin.
In Orin, she's gonna respond, "You have a lovely bosom now." And then it's
I don't know how to feel about that, as I look exactly like my sister.
Yeah, you're just thinking about that and you're like, no matter how I answer this or think about this, it's just wrong.
how was my Orin? Do I need to roll an intelligence check?
I'll say it's passable for now, like at least for
Okay.
Bora to understand.
I appreciate that the drow are just watching science.
Yeah, they're just listening to Leah and Bora breathe at each other.
Then I'm gonna turn back to original drow dude and be like, "You've taken away their stuff. Why?"
I don't take away anything from them.
Fair enough.
I don't even know who these
I'm
people
gonna turn
are.
to the other drow and be like, "You've taken away their stuff. Why?"
I just work. He just like the big one is just like I just work here. They were brought here. The stuff was already taken.
Bora's going to sound like she's sighing again, but she's telling Leah, "Let them know I can't walk without my stuff."
Leah's gonna get all okay. So Leah has a Karen as a mother. So Leah's going to fully just kind of get into her
Roll an intimidation check.
This is.
Why is it intimidation and not deception?
Because you're going full Karen.
Going Karen mode. That's
That's
intimidation.
20, baby.
Yay!
What do you roll?
You're good at being intimidating as a Karen.
20.
You rolled a natural 20?
No,
Dirty.
19. A natural 19.
Okay, sorry, it was dragging behind for me. 20. Even the drow guys are like, wow, I got a fire on you. Then they eventually bring what looks to be this little beetle. And they say, can't do anything about his stuff, but we can at least fix that limp of hers. And then goes into the cell with you and locks it behind him. While there are other drow like still sort of pointing arrows at you, Bora. And he says, all right, which leg is it?
He is going to point at the leg that Henna stabbed.
Okay. They just sort of attach it to where the wound is sort of like healing. And they say, I should give it a few hours and you should be able to walk properly again so long as that bug's attached. And then they exit the cell and lock it behind them.
This whole thing is good. I swear.
Yeah, she's gonna just watch them intently, but just say, actually, there's more injuries. And she'll, like, kind of show them the giant, dragon scar.
The guy says, can't do anything about that, you're on your own on that one. And just sort of walks away. The drow guy who, like, has been leading Leah around says, right, well, you got to meet your friends. I gotta go take your companion here over on a little date, so deuces. And he just gives you the peace sign and just sort of, like, starts walking out.
Can I do like a fucking perception check? Like, is this guy just kind of like here because it's like part of his culture and like, okay, like I'm here, like, is he a suitable option for me to steal later on?
Sorry, what you said 1,000 things at once. Is he a suitable option for you to
I talk
steal?
fast. Get used to it.
No. I'm more so trying to figure out what you mean. Is he a suitable option to steal? What do you mean? Like to steal from?
okay.
Like with Jimmy.
Like
Jim.
Oh.
Thought.
Okay.
Like, a suitable option of
requires.
I mean, for now, I'll say that you don't know enough about his life to know. Like with Jimmy, you at least knew that he has mother, his dad, like the bar. Like you figured that out. This guy, you have no idea about his personal life in any capacity. He seems to be taking you out for dinner. That seems like a good enough chance to figure out those questions.
Okay, then I'll wait until dinner. And then where is he going?
He's just sort of leaving the jail and trying to like usher you out and
So he's just leaving me there?
No, he's trying to like go out with you. Like he's trying to go out with you like after saying, I gotta go take your friend out for dinner, deuces.
Oh, me. I'm the friend that's going at dinner.
Wow!
Bora?
Yeah, he actually was saying that to Drengnir. He's taking Drengnir out for dinner.
Enoch just like, I'm gonna say Enoch from his cell, just, oh, well, you two have fun.
Bora's going to just scream out, you're going on a date, Leah?
It's turn be like in Orin, be like, a date?
As she rounds the corner out of sight at this point.
I would like to know if Home Dude is going to cross through my field of vision, because if he does, he's gonna get roasted.
He does. Roll a persuasion check.
What are these roasts?
He's just trying to make them feel bad and play psychological warfare.
He's just being my sibling.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
This
took
is
my weapon.
Yeah. You fucking cowards! You don't know how to fight like a real man. 13. Seems unfazed and yeah, just walks off with Leah. Leah, he leads you to what's it called? He offers whether you want to come in and like clean yourself up if you want before you guys go out, or you can just sort of sit in the living room like at his estate while he just goes and cleans himself up.
Well, it's improper to go to somebody's home prior to a courted ritual, I would assume, and that's what she thinks this is now, that it's mentioned a date. So she's not going to go to his estate as he cleans up.
Okay. Alright. Then he offers if you want to at least clean yourself up, that he can pay for you going to a bathhouse or something.
Sure.
Okay. He also offers if you want to get some new clothes, like your choice.
I didn't hear that last part. What'd you say?
He offers if you want to get some new clothes that he'll pay for them. If you want to just go out shopping.
Fucking sure. I'm not gonna say no.
I think
See,
boring more.
That
Should we
is
just understand why
funny,
Bora
too.
screamed you're going on a date?
What
So
I'm hearing is Leia now has a sugar daddy.
That's
maybe.
also what Alana heard.
Alana is hearing I may have a hot Dilfy Australian sugar daddy.
I'm gonna have to
There's
explain so
many
much to this
wild
guy.
things. So many wild things happening in this city right
Yeah.
now.
How well do drows know the concept of demisexuality?
You don't know. You rolled a 9 for your history with the drow.
We'll find out.
All right.
Just ask it.
Mhm.
Remember,
Be like-
just go find Bora. She'll beat the shit out of him.
That's also accurate. I'm also not gonna say anything until he's done buying me shit. So
Could also contact Drenger. He kind of wants to eviscerate someone.
mhm. But yeah. So Hannah. I mean, you can go now if you want. Leah's just gonna be like me.
yep, I'm gonna dip. Nice being you, new person.
See
See
you.
y'all next week.
See ya.
Alright, see you later.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
So Hannah. And new person. As you guys are, eventually Hannah, you finish cleaning up and getting yourself the full treatment. They give you some fine like dark plum purple sparkling nail polish and eyeliner. Some like pure black lipstick, an eyeshadow, and a very nice, beautiful, like very silky suit pants, like with a sort of like spider webbing theme to it, inlaid with like silver threads.
Yeah, I can get used to this.
Like they offered the options of either a dress or like a suit pants combo, but I assumed you didn't want to go with the dress.
No pants is good.
Huh? What was that?
And is very pleased.
Yeah, okay. And yeah, eventually you are both brought to the dining hall. Random woman, you see the
New
You see-
person I've never seen before.
yeah, I was gonna say, you see a random half elven, like half wood elven woman in a beautiful like supans combo, like silk, blah blah, all that stuff. In much finer clothes than you're wearing. Like you're wearing okay clothes, but she's wearing much finer clothes. Sort of being like ushered to sit at a table, and you are to do the same, like across from her. And at the far end of the table seems to be this the same drow woman from earlier.
She's gonna be like, where'd the Minotaur go?
Henna's gonna wave.
Oh, okay. Where are you? Okay.
She's gonna mime that she can't speak. Just in case.
Oh, you don't talk. Okay. Cool. That's fine. I don't talk about. Anyway, hi. Who are you? The drow woman. not-
Yeah, I know.
because you
She
can't
just
talk.
sort of she just sort of pauses and is just staring at you for a minute. We're saying, I'm going to be asking the questions here, and both of you are going to be answering. Am I clear?
Henna would like to again mime that she can't speak.
You see her snap her fingers, and then like a piece of parchment and some ink shows up, and like a little pen.
Awful.
Alright, Henna's gonna give a very formal, like, thank you bow motion.
She looks to you, expecting some kind of response. Random woman.
I just lean back in a chair, like fold her arms, and just glare at her.
Starting with you, the one who can speak. Who are you? What are you?
Well, she was like vaguely gesture at herself. I'd be like, look pretty normal. I don't know. Standard human. Name's Selena. I have a name. Holy shit.
You have a name. Immediately erases name from all records of reality. You are now forever named unnamed woman.
Unnamed prisoner.
Yeah.
My name is, fuck, what's my name?
Your name is Prisoner 224.
If you're here for the long term, you will be the prisoner in the Enox Eyes forever now.
That's fine.
You know, fair.
No. It's FN2174.
Fair. All right. So, yeah, she just like, I'm going to ask you again, and if you are not honest with me, I'm going to make sure your fingers are broken.
Sorry,
What?
I didn't hear anything after if you're not honest.
If you're not honest with me, I'm going to have my servants break your fingers. Now answer me, what are you? From what my scouts indicated, you are not normal in any capacity.
She will, with her hands still bound, reach up and remove her earring from her ear. And she will change. And you'll see, Hannah would see black horns, and her skin turns red. And one eye turns black, and the other one turns white. And there's dark scar, like a burn scar running down her face.
As you see, sitting across from you is a tiefling.
Henna's gonna clap like she's impressed.
You see a very sarcastic clap come from this halfling.
I didn't
this
say it was
half-elf.
sarcastic.
No. It's sort of like bitch face, where it's you don't necessarily mean for it to come out that way, but it just sort of does.
I'm just genuinely impressed.
Yeah, I know. I mean, she can say that, but at the moment, as far as this woman knows, you're just like silently clapping for her in a semi-sarcastic manner. Alright, you're a tiefling, but that's not what I'm asking.
You understand why I didn't, want to come straight out with that.
Do anything straight?
She immediately snaps her fingers, and you see, coming from the shadows, the dude that you were dealing with before, Henna, just sort of shove a knife between the fingers of Solana. I don't give a fuck about what your race is. I want to know what you are, what you did. Was intriguing. It caught my attention. Now explain, before I lose patience.
I will